this at all? Does this look okay?
I mean, I like try to have it like this.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
You want me to do
Other way.
Oh!
Yeah. No, I was right.
Is it filming right now?
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter.
No, that'd be funny as like some bloopers. Yeah, you should. It's funny.
Yeah. I like keep you in the extra stuff. Well, it's also like when you it like brings the viewer can also feel like they're there.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah.
Sometimes when I watch the other podcasts, it's like other people's podcasts. I like the like that they're human beings.
Oh yeah, when you feel like you're friends. I really think that, so we were just talking about my favorite podcast, and That's Why We Drink. And I swear to God, I feel like if I saw them on the street, I would say hi as if like they've known me forever. Because like I feel like I've known them for the last 8 years and like we're friends. But
8 years?
yeah, I've been listening for 8 years and
Damn.
religiously. Well, I caught up 4 years in. So like I started like 4 years into their journey. So I guess I haven't been going for 8 years, but their podcast has been going for 8 years. And so anyway, I caught up. I listened to like 300 episodes and did it.
How long are these episodes?
They're like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. But so I would babysit and walk around the city, like all around Philadelphia, all day long with the kids. And the baby would sleep all day, and I would just listen to the podcast all day. But I really started scaring myself because they're true crime and paranormal stories, everyone. So I started, I have to take breaks every once in a while. But
do you feel like that, like when I start watching too much scary or listening to too much scary, that's when I feel like there is some like kind of fear welding up inside me.
yeah.
And that's like not good.
No, yeah, I definitely think that's a thing. Yeah, 100%. And, you got to take, it's healthy to step away from that for a little while. Yeah, it's not good to be immersed in that.
I think the only other podcast that I watched that many hours of is this one called Theories of the Third Kind. Theories of the Third Kind.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh, it's about it's these two guys, and that's what they go over, like some crazy weird story that we know about. And usually it's one that you've heard. It could be anything from like JFK assassination to the people with the black eyes, like the kids with the black eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And there are only like 42 minutes though.
Okay. Yeah.
So I would
that's
like mow
nice.
the lawn, put those on. I could run through those.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to do a little 45-minute chunk. But I like when they're like I could do a 3-hour long podcast. I enjoy it.
Yours was 3 hours.
I know. I know. Speaking of, should we do any kind of intro? Or
No. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Let's get into it. What do you want to start with?
Well, I would like to start. Let's see.
Is the volume good on these headphones?
Sounds good to me.
Do you want it turned up, or are you good?
No, I feel good.
All right,
yeah.
cool.
I will say, I don't think I mentioned this the last time I was here, but a little fun fact: I've been developing, since this has been happening since for the last 5 years, this like hoarseness in my throat.
You haven't always had this?
No. I had to go to the voice therapy, and the voice therapist said to me, actually the doctor, because I went and I said to the doctor, I was like, they're like, so what's going on? What brings you in today? And I said, well, when I've been singing Disney in the car, I can't hold the high note for quite as long, and I would like to know why.
That's what you went to the doctor for?
Yes.
Okay.
It was really causing me a big annoyance. I love to sing. So, but not for others, unless I have a few drinks. But anyway, that's not the point. I
have that angel's envy if you... So
maybe
30 minutes in, we're singing like
yeah.
Matt and I. Whenever I'm sorry for cutting you off. Whenever we test some mics, we sing Tarzan. Like, we sing with Trash in the Camp.
That's how you test it.
Yeah, because it's like, like it's shoot it up, do it up. So
the first song that came to my mind was "I Can Show You the World."
Oh no, we don't sing that one. No. That's Aladdin.
Aladdin, right?
All right. So
anyway, So I went to the doctor, and he said, after sticking a camera up my nose and down my throat with no numbing situation, 1, they discovered I had a deviated septum, and 2,
I got that. Nice.
2, they were like, oh, you just have silent acid reflux. Like, you just have a slight swelling. And I was like, that's it? I thought I had vocal notes. Like, I was being very dramatic.
Did you want to have vocal notes?
No. Like, I'm happy with the outcome. However, I need to get better at taking my medication because, like, if I have too much coffee, any acidic thing, and the doctor told me, he said that he called me a professional voice user, which at first I was offended by, but he was like, no, because actually, wait, this is my last funny story about this. He said to me, he goes, so how much do you talk throughout the day? And I said,
I don't stop.
what do you mean? I said, what do you mean? And he's like, I was like, well, he's like, well, when do you talk? I said, well, I wake up. I wake up and I either call a friend or I talk to my roommates. If no one picks up or my roommates are not home, I talk to myself. And then I go to work and I talk at work to all my coworkers and my students. Then I go home and I repeat the same thing. My roommates, or I call someone or I talk to myself. And then I go to bed. And he's like, okay, well.
Yeah, I think I do this. Do you find yourself rehearsing what you're going to say to people later on?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think other people do that, by the way.
Well, I take it to another level. It's kind of embarrassing. I will, like, as if someone's in the room, I will, like, pause for them to respond, and I'll think of their response.
Oh, no.
And then, like, I'll be like...
That's a good point.
Yeah! I'll be like, can you believe that? I know, right? Like, that's happening, like, in my car or, like, out
I do the
out
same
on the
shit,
street.
though. I'm serious. It's bad. So...
Well, I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
You do too, because, like, when people catch me, I
Are you positive at least? Do you, like...
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But, like, I'm spilling the tea.
Oh.
Like with no one. Like, I'm talking about...
Are they telling you things too?
No, we're just talking about what I'm talking about.
Okay. You're like, I didn't know that. Like... Where did you hear that? Oh my god, dude, that's good. I can't wait to tell someone, dude.
No, not quite like that. No, that would be. I think that's like called schizophrenia.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like,
You don't have that.
No.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, no.
So you figured that out.
Yeah. But you know, maybe the early stages. Maybe that's where we're at. It's okay.
Maybe.
But at least we're the same. At least you. Well, maybe not quite.
No, I think I do it way too much. I do. Well, like I catch myself talking to myself.
Yeah.
And then catch myself talking about myself, how I'm talking to myself. You ever do that? You're like, oh my God, was I just talking to myself? You ever do that? And then I'm like talking to myself about how I shouldn't be doing that. That happens.
Talking to yourself.
That happens like once a week. Yeah.
Well, it's getting really bad for me. Like, or I'll do it on the street.
Oh.
Like, I'm like because I'm kind of shameless now at this point. So I'll be out there like with hand motions and everything out on the street talking to no one. And recently someone caught me. Like, I came around the corner and there was a guy sitting at the laundromat and I like turned and looked and I went, and all I could say was, oh my God, yeah, I was just, you got like.
So I do it while I'm running.
Oh, okay.
I'll be talking to myself and sometimes I like look around, a car will pass and I go, oh my God, was my mouth moving? Like, so... Yeah, what do you think? I think like we use headphones all the time to talk.
Yeah, right.
So like maybe it's like lingering effect of we're always on our phones or always talking headphones. I don't know.
I did it as a kid. Like
Okay.
I totally, my siblings would catch me like whispering like in the other room. Like I've done it forever. But you know, also I guess I've been seeing spirits forever. So I don't know. Maybe it's like, maybe that's intertwined. I don't know.
All right.
So, well, we could get into that. I would like to talk about, I mean, whatever. We should just jump into it. We had some topics.
Yeah.
And I would like to talk about the Warrens. That's where I want to start today.
Let's do it. And later we'll talk about dreams because I want to know if you talk in your sleep. If you talk that much, then.
Well,
you've never been told that?
I'm trying to think. I mean, we could start there, actually. Since we're on that topic, I'm trying to think of like any like ex-boyfriend telling me that I have talked in my sleep. I don't think so.
It. Oh, I'll have full conversations.
That's so
I've actually
creepy.
wanted to record myself.
Well, because what if it like, what if it made sense? That's what freaks me out about it. Like, what if it was like you were in another dimension and like,
Or give me an answer to something.
yeah, well, that's a good point. It could be useful information that's coming out.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever seen Silicon Valley, that television show?
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it.
The one guy has to share a room with somebody else, and they find out that he knows how to speak German. He doesn't know how to speak German because when he speaks in his sleep, he speaks in German, but he does not speak German.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a comedy part of the show.
That is cool. I like that.
Yeah.
One time I dreamt in sign language, and that was cool.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because one of my side ventures was that I wanted to learn sign language. So I was researching it a lot, and I was genuinely trying to learn. I was watching a lot of videos, and I did have a dream in sign language, but I think my mind was just making it up because I don't know it well enough myself.
Oh, so you might not even have been throwing up the right hand signals. You're throwing up like gang signs. I'm trying to be polite and like telling people to die. You're like blood, crap, breath.
I don't know. I mean, it's very possible, but have you ever dreamt in black and white?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
Me neither. But for the people. We could talk about. I could tell you about a shared dream that I've had.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've had a few actually, and I have a theory that it's more common than we think.
Who'd you share it with?
A friend of mine. So, I'll tell the full story. So, growing up, I went to the Princeton Ballet School, and when I was about, I think I was 15 when I stopped going. But for like most of my entire childhood, I was in this really intense ballet program. And a very good friend of mine, who I spent my whole childhood with, her and I, like once I stopped dancing and she stopped dancing, like we just went in different directions life-wise. But she was always one of my very best friends. And our moms knew each other and all this stuff. So one day, I have this dream, and I was at Princeton University, and there was like a festival. There were a bunch of tents, and there was like things to do. This is all in my dream. And I'm walking around the campus of Princeton University, and my friend, I think I can say her name. I don't see why not. But my friend Nye, she comes running out of one of the buildings, and she sees me. And we both go running towards each other. We're hugging each other. We're embracing. And I'm like, oh my God, I miss you so much. I love you. How are you? How's your mom? Where is she? And, she's kind of doing the same thing to me. I love you. I miss you. How's your mom? And we have this whole moment. And then we just end up kind of walking away from each other. But I was myself. And she was completely her, meaning like she didn't look different. You know when you like know it's someone, but they kind of look different in the dream?
It happened last night or 2 nights ago.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, well, tell me that in a second. So we separate, and I wake up the next morning, and I just really missed her. Like, I loved having that dream, and I felt this pull. I wanted to post on her Facebook page at the time. Facebook, that's how we communicated a lot. So I wanted to post on her Facebook page that I had this dream, but I ended up deciding not to because I didn't want to be a weirdo. So I don't post about it.
Okay.
A few hours later, I have a notification on my Facebook. She posted on my page about a dream she had that night where she saw me at a festival at Princeton University on campus. We ran up to each other. We hugged, told each other we missed each other. We love each other. She asked where my mom was, and we exited. And I'm reading this, and I was like, I don't even think... Even if I respond, like I did respond, and I responded saying, "Nye, I don't think you're gonna believe me, but I had that dream last night, and I wanted to post on your page, and the thing is, I don't think anyone else could even possibly, I don't think anyone believes me, but I was in my body, she was in her body, and I believe that we met in a dream state because regardless, we were connected somehow. We were in the same moment.
You talked to her about it?
We only talked about it through the comments.
Why?
we really haven't, like, I don't think we've seen each other in person. Or we saw each other once, I think, in New York, and it was just a busy moment. Like, we met up in New York, I was with my family, she was with someone, it was just
You don't want answers from that?
I do.
Yeah, let's call her.
I know, right now, I know. What I could do, is I could scroll through my Facebook and find the post for you. Like,
Oh, no, we
that's
don't
what's
do it
really
right now.
cool.
I mean, if you want to, you
Later,
could, but yeah.
later. But I think what's really cool is that I will forever have that, like, digital receipt of
Yeah.
that moment because it, like, we both. But the thing is, I mean, anyone can make a claim about a dream that they had, but I know that I had that dream.
You should try to find like the date and the time and see what else was going on that day, like astrologically, everything. Like look into it deeper like that. Look where things were, what she's in. I don't know. Why not just have fun with it? Like you can run with it and just be like, I'm gonna do a little investigation on what that date was. And
that's so true. That's such a good idea.
And then maybe that'll give you an answer without even talking to her.
Yeah, that's such a good idea. What was the dream that you had the 2 nights
I
ago?
don't. I just remember I told Matt about this yesterday. I don't know who the person was. I know the person. I can't completely know who they were, but I drove. It was like some house near here. I drove on their lawn and then like threw their flowers, and they were like, "Why are you doing this?" And I was like, "I'm just trying to turn around." And they're like, "A celebrity lives here," and I was like, "Okay." And then the person comes walking by, and I was like, "I know who you are," and they just looked at me and like pointed and said, "Okay," like, or I don't remember exactly what they said. But it was some kind of celebrity, but they were 20 years older for some reason. Their name was like Allison or something like that.
Huh.
And I just remember looking at him being like, why do you look older? I think you're supposed to be younger.
Mm.
And then the people whose lawn I drove through chased me out. So yeah, that was it. I don't know. Like, but it did. I don't know if it even was a celebrity or who it was, but I recognized them as somebody with red hair. But they looked like they had wrinkles and all that. I just, wasn't sure. I'd have to think about it harder.
Huh. I had another shared dream that I can.
Oh, you've had multiple ones?
Oh yeah, yes.
Did you talk to this person?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Well, this was also okay. So you and I have talked about how I'm a medium.
Yeah.
And I still have this happen where, like, and it's very funny because it feels very out of my control. Like, I can't sit down at the moment. I can't really sit down and be like, and like read someone that well. But when I have these moments, I wake up the next morning like feeling hungover. Like, and, but like, I don't even mean, like, I didn't even mean for it to happen the night before or whatever it was. It just like kind of happens. And this is an example. So, there was this one night that my cousin, now the house that it happened in, my dad actually grew up in the house. So it was my grandparents' house. It's now my aunt's house. My cousin also lives there. So everyone was going away for the weekend and they asked me to house sit. So I invited my siblings, my brother, my sister, and my sister's friend all over to hang out with me because my cousin he works in film. He had the newest version of the VR system. Like he had before it was accessible in people's homes, he had the VR system. So we came over and we were like
the Oculus or something?
Yeah. We were like playing with it and he was supposed to be making a commercial out of it and we were like
That could have been the commercial.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, would have been a cool commercial.
Okay, go ahead.
I guess so anyway, we were hanging out in the house. Of course, we were drinking a little bit, having a fun night. And we all fell asleep on the couch in the living room. And the dream that I had was the next morning, my aunt came home early. She found the house a mess. She found alcohol everywhere. She found the house was a mess. And I remember laying on the couch, almost feeling like I couldn't move, like I couldn't lift up off the couch. I was so tired. And she's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe da da da." And what was interesting about the dream is that I was, the room looked exactly like the living room as it is. It wasn't morphed like dream state. And I was sleeping in the same spot that I fell asleep in. And everyone was in the same spots that they fell asleep in. And anyway, when I woke up, I didn't think much of it, but my sister's friend, I wake up and I felt so hungover. And like, I think I had like one drink. So it wasn't anything crazy, but I was like, I have to go outside. Like, I'm dizzy. I'm going to throw up. I feel horrible. I go out there and my sister's friend came out and she's like, oh my God, I have so much anxiety. I just had a dream that Chrissy came home early and she came into the living room and the house was a mess. And we were all just like laying there on the couch and she was yelling at us while it was like a mess. And I'm like looking at her and I had such a horrible migraine. I'm looking at her and I was like, I can't like express how excited I am about this in this moment. But I had the same dream.
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited, I swear.
Was she in the dream though?
So for me, like she was in the room. Like she was still there. She was sleeping on the couch. But we were just like waking up and same thing. She had the dream that like we were all still in she was just from her side of the couch having the same dream. So it was a similar thing where we're like in the same like, I don't know, like stream of consciousness or something.
Yeah, I wonder what that is.
Isn't that weird? Well, and then it reminds me of twin dreams, which...
well, that one's more understandable. That's like same cells. Whoa, you're cousins. That could be like same blood.
No. This was my sister's friend. Yeah.
Well, like that, you ever hear of different inventions going on around the world at the exact same time? Like the printing press was created, and I could be wrong on these inventions, but I'm just going to give possible ones. Like the printing press was created in like France, but someone at the exact same time was invented in England. Like on par, same time. Yeah. Light bulb, everything were being invented on different parts of the world. Everyone thought it was the first person to do it, but actually it was being invented somewhere else.
We kind of touched on this before when I was talking about like methods of burials. Like you could see across the world, especially at the time when we believed that there wasn't communication everywhere. You see like burial methods are the same. Mummification was at its height around the entire world at the same time. But this makes me think about Nikola Tesla a little bit. Not that it's entirely the same, but when we were talking about Tesla earlier and how I was watching an incredible documentary recently on him, and it was like talking about how was it Benjamin Franklin? He invented the light bulb, right?
No, Thomas Edison.
Okay, my bad.
Franklin.
What did Ben Franklin do? Oh, the lightning?
Yeah, bifocals, electricity.
Oh, electricity.
Yeah.
But then, okay.
I think Edison was
myself.
Edison was the light bulb, right? Bell was the telephone. Edison was the light bulb. But it wasn't actually Edison who invented the light bulb, I don't think. I think it was somebody else where they gave Edison credit.
There is the Edison light bulb, but
we found this in the Underground Railroad. Who lit it first? Who lit the light
bulb first?
Who lit it?
Can we? I'm looking this
look
up because
wait,
we can't sound too stupid.
Wait, so someone invented the light bulb without an idea of lighting it?
Well, that's what that's why I'm
He's like, I don't know what I just invented, but somebody else finish it.
That's why I'm confusing myself because then we can go in it. Okay, anyway, well, the statement that was made about Nikola Tesla is that he could light a city at the same time. Like he was able.
What was that tower called that he invented? The one that he invented, he created this tower that's free energy. He believed that he could take energy out of the atmosphere and create free energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And it
looks like a sky needle.
Okay. No single person invented the light bulb.
Yeah.
But Thomas Edison created the first commercially successful, long-lasting incandescent light bulb in 1879. Okay, but what did Ben Franklin? He had the kite and the
key
lightning.
On it? Yeah, he flew a kite with a key on it. Yeah. So.
And he invented electricity?
Well, I think he found out that
We discovered it. Oh, yeah. Benjamin Franklin, in 1752. So it's like almost...
That's how we won
like
the Revolutionary War.
earlier.
Electricity. I made that
Anyway,
up.
wait, what?
I said that's how we won the war, Revolutionary War, but I made that up. Like electricity. We could see where we were going. They couldn't. So
They lit the way. We could see.
Ben Franklin lit the way to win. Like when Paul Revere's running with like 1/5 by land, 2/5 by sea, it was electricity. It was not a candle.
Wait, I learned a really cool fun fact through the tours. That made me really appreciate the George Washington's crossing even more.
Okay.
He only went over with 1/3 of his troops that were supposed to go over. Something happened, so he was, where he was that night on early Christmas morning. There was also a fleet or a group of troops in Bristol, right where the King George was.
Yeah, they were supposed to go over on the ferry in Bristol, but they never made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard that was through miscommunication, that they just didn't. They were like, "Oh, we didn't get the signal."
Dude, I
didn't
know
go
this
through.
story too, and I can't think of it.
That's what I heard. I don't know. And then George Washington's troops went over, and I think was it? Oh no, it wasn't your dad that I was talking to about this. Someone told me that they're part of the reenactments. For everyone listening, we live in a very historical.
I do them, yeah.
Place. You do them?
For like 15
years. You get
years.
in the boat?
I'm an oarsman. I row Washington across the river every Christmas Day.
Well, I will. Well, here's the part that cracks me up.
And I fight in the Battle of Trenton.
I've gone to.
You want to shoot a musket? There's 2 here. I'm dead serious.
Well, the part that cracks me up is that I've gone to this. My mom calls it FFF, Forced Family Fun, and she makes us go every Christmas morning.
Same.
I've never seen you guys make it across.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I've only. What do you mean? Like we haven't actually.
Like in the boat.
Like the boats didn't make it across, or like the water was too low, so we didn't row at all?
Well, I've never really seen you guys go further than like a few feet away from the first side.
Oh, it must have been too low then every time we've gone.
But that makes it even more incredible when you think about that night. That
water was
they
high
just
that
went.
Day. Yeah.
Yeah, but like this is all the way back then. Like they didn't. I mean, they just went for it. It sounds like.
Yeah, but
through the ice and.
Yeah. Yeah, but I dress up and I do that reenactment every
year.
year.
Look for you now.
Yeah, I'm an oarsman, so then it's 18-foot oars, 2 guys to an oar, and then we load all the troops up and we row across. We drop the troops off and then we row back.
Huh. Well,
and just like that, yeah.
When was the last time you made it across?
Last year.
What?
Yeah, I was there last year.
Maybe I wasn't.
Yeah, I did it. The dress rehearsals are coming up, so I'm going to have to be doing that. Yeah.
Do you wear a wig?
No, no, I don't. I'm not even allowed to have this much facial hair, technically.
Oh. Do you think did they wear wigs into battle?
No, probably not into battle. But most people had short hair because of lice, so that's why they wear wigs, because of problem with the lice. That's why most people would have been clean shaven as well. That's why they kind of want you clean shaven for the reenactment, is because of lice. Like I showed up one year with like a full beard, and I was like, I am now in the period, right? And she's like, she's like, they wouldn't have had that. And I was like, what? So yes, I would have. And no, they didn't.
Oh, because of lice in the beard too?
Yeah, everywhere, yeah.
Ooh,
I know.
Yeah. Wait, this is wait, I have a good wait. Did we talk about this last time? Did I ask you what time period would you like to live in if you could choose like another time period?
Oh, probably this one.
No, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
You have to pick another
one. Amanda
said,
I have a past life in the Revolutionary War.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. Well,
makes sense that you're connected to the Continental Tavern and that you
do the reenactments,
and that you like live here. That makes so much sense. We'll keep going.
Maybe, but what time period would I want to live in? Is that your question?
Mm-hmm.
It would be somewhere a time period close to here.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe the 50s, 60s, or 70s.
I was gonna say you're really.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get away from here.
50s, 60s, or 70s?
Yeah, just because I think it'd be so much simpler. I think life was just so much simpler. Things were less expensive. I just think it would be like no cell phones. Like I miss. There was a good 6 months of my life where I had no cell phone and I loved it.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was a consecutive 6 months. But I don't know. This is kind of my answer a lot, like of who would I want to meet ever. I'd probably want to go back to like Jesus's time just to meet Jesus. So I'd live in that time just to be like, I just feel like there'd be an odd sense of peace if I met that guy. So, but I don't know. I definitely wouldn't want to live in probably anywhere between like really Jesus's time up until probably like 100 years ago. I feel like the sickness, people were wild throughout like the 1100s, 1200s, 1300s, 1400s. And it was either you were very poor or very rich.
Yeah, it's scary.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe the Egyptians.
Yeah. The Egyptians is a cool one. I think I'm just curious, like, well, first of all, I really want to know who built the pyramids.
Yeah,
I know we
that's
all
the
do, but
only
like,
one that I'd want to go back for.
yeah, like I just need to know. I need to see.
Wait, am I going for 3 days or am I living in that time?
You think living, like,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't know then, because if I go back into that time, I'm pretty useless, to be honest. You know what I mean? Because like, what do I know? You never thought about this? Like, if you're like, all right, if I go back 100 years ago, I'm gonna invent the iPhone or something. Like, I have no idea how to do this. You know what I mean?
That's not.
You know what? Like,
You don't need
I
to.
can't build a fire right now. You know what I mean? Like, I could probably figure it out. Like, you
I
know,
think we're gonna.
I could probably push some sticks together. But like, you know what I mean? Like, you go back and you're like, wait, these people were so advanced, like just in nature. You know, like how I talk my way in and out of situations. Like, I don't know what I would do.
That's a really interesting way to think about it. I don't think about it that way at all. I'm like, what clothing do I want to wear?
Oh.
Like, I go back and I'm like,
maybe that's all you'd have to think about. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like I don't need to solve their problems. So just go and live in that time.
I'd be like a slave or something. They'd be like, he's big. Like, he's useful. Like that. Like, that's
he can pick the rocks up and he
put
can
them
build
back
a pyramid.
Down. Yeah. I'd be building pyramids, still trying to figure out how we're building the pyramid. How are we doing this right now? Like, I wouldn't even get the answer that I'm looking for.
Wait, hold on. This is actually, I'm moving us directly into Project Pegasus and time travel from this conversation because, and I want to make a very bold claim right now. Here's my thing. This is why Project Pegasus is my favorite conspiracy theory of all.
Your favorite?
Yes. And it's because I believe that if Project Pegasus is true, that it explains every other conspiracy theory that's out there.
Oh. Well, it could.
I think it's the ultimate
one.
Oh,
it's the answer to explaining all of it. Well, explain what Project Pegasus is first.
Well, I need you to help me.
Okay. It's your favorite one because...
It's my favorite one, but okay. Well, okay, so Project Pegasus was a government experiment or a government project that was their goal to discover time travel.
Yes.
And
now, do you know where they got it from? Do you know?
Well, you told me. Well, you
think
reminded
Tesla.
me.
So after Tesla went, they took, at least we know the numbers on 20 boxes from Tesla's where he was staying, right? And they gave the rest of it to his family. Of those 20 boxes was possibly an answer to time travel. And when the government went through, I think it was ARPA at the time, and then it became DARPA. Went in to try to find, I forget what they were looking for to try to find time travel. They were trying to change something, I think. Change something in history.
I forget exactly what it was, but was it a specific event that they were trying to change?
I know they went back. The one that I've heard the most is they went back to the Gettysburg Address.
Oh, yeah. Well, that was the guy that was the whistleblower. Hold on, let me see. I'm going to look his name up.
Well, keep talking when I look that up. So when they figured out how they could do the time travel, they were starting with adults. And when like one adult, they would push him to a different space. He would die shortly after. And then like another adult, like his lungs and his heart were showing up later. And then they noticed, they sent another one and he was a little bit more complete when they were time traveling him. And, but they were noticing the ages were different, right? The first one's like 40, the next one's like 36, the third one's like 24 years old. And they were noticing the younger ones were getting there, like more intact. So then No, I'm serious. This is a
No,
story.
I know. They were getting chopped up.
So then like things were arriving later. And then the one guy who survived, his mind didn't though. Like he was a little crazy. So then they were like, all right, let's go younger. And they start doing it with children. And then they were sending children back to the Gettysburg Address. And then there was a whole group and they were called chrononauts, I think.
Oh.
That was the group of the kids. They were called the chrononauts.
Yeah.
And they were being sent back. And
I remember that some of these children are now our presidents. They've grown up to be some
Barack
of our presidents.
Obama.
I was going to say Barack Obama's
he's one.
The big one. Yeah. Yeah. And I remember seeing, like, when I would, listen to a podcast on this, and I ended up looking up the photograph. I can't find it now, and I want to like look at you, but I remember seeing a photograph of like this child who didn't quite fit the clothing of the era, and they believe that that's this guy who he now claimed, this guy who he was considered a whistleblower of all of this. He came and he said, like, he is going to be president of the United States. I forget his name, but he said, he was like, that was me as a child. I was in this program. That's me in that picture.
And he took the picture. So that's the crazier part.
He took it? I thought that it was...
He went back twice. I'm pretty sure. So the way that you can notice that the kid is different is he's like in Civil War uniform, right?
Yeah.
But his shoes are too big.
Yes.
So that's like the whole theory about it, that they would send them back in stuff that looked a little abnormal. And so the picture of like the kid, I think his name's like Oliver or something. It was Oliver Twist. But it's a time traveler, dude. That's how he goes down the chimney chute and out into the Civil War. But the guy, because part of it was you're going to end up finding yourself back in time sometimes, and you're never supposed to communicate with that person. So I think he actually took the picture of himself traveling back there twice.
Okay, I do remember that.
And him looking at the picture being taken is him. And then he remembers that he was a child back at that. Well, he was a child both times, I think, but remembering back at that time that he remembered seeing himself in the future. Yeah. So this is the guy. But do you know more about this?
Well, I was going to say, this just reminds me, it just like leads me down the rabbit hole of the Mandela Effect and the simulation. I mean, I get more and more, I get closer and closer to the thought that we are living in a simulation. But anyway, I just think that Project Pegasus is like in the idea of time travel, because it's not just that it would explain like the Mandela Effect or the simulation, things like that, but there's also theories in the paranormal world that like Bigfoot is like a time traveler. People say that Bigfoot is like, he's on another dimension and he just like knows how to
like move through a portal in the woods and all of a sudden he pops out somewhere else.
Yeah.
I've heard that, or he's an alien.
Yeah.
But the Mandela Effect, the one that I was looking up before he came over here, I was like, let's look at some Mandela Effect things. Jiffy peanut butter was never. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, keep telling me what.
It's never been called Jiffy. It's just Jiff. And then I went, maybe it's just
that's
Jiff.
not true at all. I literally have a jar at home that says Jiffy.
See, this one.
This is gonna upset me.
This one, I can't wrap my head around sometimes. Not just the peanut butter one, but all of them, like the Bernstein Bear things, right? Because that's the most popular ones. The Mandela one, I never remember him dying in jail, so I remember him surviving it and becoming president.
What?
But
say that again.
Nelson Mandela?
Yeah.
Where the Mandela Effect come from?
Yeah.
So it's named the Mandela Effect because Mandela goes to jail during apartheid, and he spends 20 or maybe 30 years in jail. I think it's 20. Gets out of jail and becomes president of South Africa. But half the people believe that he died in jail, and the other half just believe the story that I believe. Yeah. The one that's true. The one that we know that he's alive.
And what
Well, I
year
think he's
was
dead
that?
now,
It was
but-
like the
Apartheid?
2000s? No, when he actually died, like 2014 or something like
Oh,
that.
I don't know when he died.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't that long ago.
No.
But people thought he died like in the in the 90s or something.
Yeah, in jail. But then, but there's the other ones like the cornucopia.
Yeah.
That I always remember that being there. The monocle on the Monopoly guy. I always remember
Yes.
there being a monocle.
Yes.
There's not. That's where people believe there's like a parallel shift that happens though.
Yeah.
And a lot of people think that there was one that happened during 2020, and that's where like a lot more chaos came.
Oh, I mean, I just think I don't know. I think it's time travel. I think people are going back and they're changing things. I don't think time is linear.
Yeah.
I think, I think time to me is one of the most fascinating topics because I don't think that we understand it at all.
Well, I think we think time is a clock.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's why it blows our mind so much.
Yeah.
But then we can also look at time as like light, like a light year, right? Is I don't even know how long that is. But we also know though that like if you traveled far enough away, right, at the speed of light, you can now end up like catching the time. I guess this is what I put it. I could be saying this completely wrong, but like almost catching the time to see when Jesus was crucified. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Ooh,
You can actually travel through.
So memories are captured in light?
Yes. That's probably the better way to put it. Yeah. So it's captured. I mean, that's kind of how we take a picture, right? We're just.
You're like blowing my mind right now.
So you can travel back far enough and see everything that's always ever happened, as if we're like traveling through a recorder. Yeah. So.
Wow. What?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Like I hear it and I see it. But like.
Yeah, it's almost like time never goes away.
Yes,
like it's kind of like stored.
Yeah. Well,
I've never even thought about it like this until I said it, but
we're like,
I'm blowing my own mind. Dude.
But then, like, I think, okay, one time my past roommate and I, we sat on our stoop and we like thought about this way too much to the point that we were like we were stupefied. Like, I feel like we reached,
on the stoop, you were stupefied.
Yes, I feel like we reached truly like what we could possibly fathom in our little brains, and we were like, we can't go any further because this is where I started to become mind blown. Everything that we know, like, and see has like a boundary, So like it has, like this chair, it just is, this is the shape of it, or we are this shape. But kind of like what you're saying, like light, it doesn't take shape. It just is. Like light just is. It's not a physical hard shape. So when you say it like that, like when you're like, these memories or this or history or whatever it is being stored, or it's here in light, and we think, like I think in my mind, like, where is it stored? But it's not really a where. Like, where is a concept that we've created or that we understand. But really it's just like, it just is. Like, it's just something.
No, I
that we
kind of
don't
know what you're saying.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
as you're walking away, like, where is that going?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if it is being captured, like if what you're saying about we could go all the way back through light and find that memory, then it is essentially taking shape somewhere.
I think that's a proven theory that, like, obviously we haven't been able to prove yet, but like that's Einstein, I'm pretty sure, is that guy, he's pretty good.
I've heard of him. No, but like, like the
that you
laws
can go,
of the universe.
if you go back far enough, you will eventually, like, you could see anything in history.
But then what's cool about it too is back to us, like, because we see time as linear, so we're thinking backwards, literally behind us. But I think, and there are theories that it's just all on top of each other. It's just all like here, like it's just, which kind of leads to the multiverse and the parallel universes and like time not being linear, and it's just like it's all just here.
That's like the folding of space-time, right?
Yeah, I guess so. one of it.
God, I wish we were smarter.
Me too.
God, this sounds so good. We knew what the fuck we were talking about.
You know what? We should bring out a third guest.
Yes, dude.
Find a
Who knows what they're talking
really
about.
smart person. And bring them on. Wait, can I tell you a really? I'm sorry. This is really can I tell you a story? I want to share.
Maybe you've already told me this story.
Yeah. Well, I need to tell you this story that happened to me on Saturday night, and I hope that it doesn't totally. I don't know. Maybe you've heard this before. Maybe you haven't, and I hope I'm not getting anyone in trouble or whatever. But this crazy thing happened to me on Saturday night. And you need to know about it. You and your dad need to know.
Oh, shit. You just really built this up.
Well, because like suddenly I was like, speaking of a third party person, this story needs to be told.
All right.
He gave me permission to tell it on the tours, so hopefully it's okay if I tell this story here.
Sure. Well, I guess we'll find out.
So, Saturday night, I had my cemetery tours. Spirit Among the Stones in Bristol.
Nice.
And this man came on the tour. It just happened to be that I was hanging out in the cemetery for a reason, but I was hanging out in the cemetery for longer than I expected.
Talk about that later.
Okay. For longer than I expected. And the second tour was coming through. So I thought, okay, I'll just hang out. Like, I'll say thank you to the group. I'll say thank you to Jay. I'll drive him to whatever. So at the end of the tour, this guy comes up to me, and he's this older man with an eye patch. Like, he's got gray hair, gray beard, straight up as an eye patch. He comes up to me and he's like, hi. He's like, what was your name again? I said, my name's Emma. He said, so the whole time that I was on this tour, I was thinking, do they do this in Yardley? They need to do this in Yardley. And I was like, oh, you're in luck. We do it in Yardley. Mm-hmm. And he said, well, I have to tell you this. When I was in high school, he's like, I'm talking 1981. I used to work at the Continental Tavern with the owners before the current owners. And he said, I was told to go down into the basement and I was cleaning up. I was organizing storage. He said, me and my friend who were working there that day, we fell through the floor and we fell into the tunnel underneath the tavern. This is 1981. They fell into the tunnel and they could see all the way to the canal from that spot. And then where I don't want to get anyone in trouble, but he said that he was told by the owner to not tell anyone because he didn't want it to become a historical building. So he was told to get rid of newspapers, of historical artifacts. I mean, he was a high school kid.
I wonder what part of the tunnel he fell through, because
I know,
because that debris was all the way up to the ceiling.
Right,
there was 12 feet of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I said to him, and I was like, you have to come. You have to meet Frank Sr. and Frank Jr. And you need to come down there and you need to tell us where you were.
Yeah, maybe there's another tunnel we don't know about.
Right? Like, I was mind.
He didn't say what part of the building he fell through?
I think he was just like, he said that when he comes, he'll show us. Like, he was happy to show us, but I could not picture it myself. Because, like the basement now looks the way it does now. Who knows what it looked like before you guys? I don't know. But like in the 80s, I don't know. And also what I thought was mind-blowing is that we were told that the tunnels got closed off in the 70s because 80s. Lakeside, it was the 80s.
Yeah.
Oh.
They closed off in the 80s. Late 80s.
Isn't that fun though?
Okay. The only thing that I can think of is there is, the wall that when you're in the, room in the basement.
Yeah. Which wall?
Like you go through the doorway and then the back wall. There's that little
past the office.
No. I'm saying when you're in the Underground Railroad.
Oh yeah.
So when you're in that room, there's a separation in the wall. Mm-hmm. Or it looks like somebody else built another wall there, so the two walls are now together. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When you're looking in the back left corner.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I always look at that wall and go, well, I know what's on the rest of the building in the basement. And like I try to, like right now as you're saying this, I'm going, all right, well, the dry storage is on the other side of that. And then I'm like, but is there a space in between that right there and where that wall was built? Like where it's because it's built in stone.
Well,
and then that could be the area. Like maybe he fell through.
Well, and I've had people ask me now that we've been doing it, and
Do you
then
have his number or something?
You
didn't get his number?
I forgot.
You're just like, okay,
I
bye.
was overwhelmed.
You just said. It's like, that's awesome. I will bye. And
I was like, I'll see you in eating in the microphone.
I'll see you in another 20 years,
I was
dude.
literally like, I'll see you in Yardley. Like, and then I just, like, I don't know, maybe.
Was he real?
Jay talked to him.
Oh, okay.
Now, as I started telling the story, I was like, he was real, right? No, he is. He was. He had a group of people with him. I think they were all real. No, but isn't that... Also, I said to him, I was like, his name was Kevin. And I was looking at him and I said, Kevin, I can't believe you found me. Like, I was like, I can't believe, like, you're here right now. I just, like...
Was he on your tour?
Yeah, he just took the tour. And he said, he's like, we're coming on the Yardley tour. And I was like, perfect. Like, I will see you soon. So, yeah, I didn't get his number again.
Well, he better come on the Yardley tour.
He better. What if I lost him forever? I'll have to go through the, you know what, this is probably frowned upon, but I can go through the ticket sales. And I can go find him. I'll have to find him.
Oh.
Unless, like, his family member bought the ticket and then, you know, then we're SOL. Unfortunately.
Only if we had Project Pegasus, he could go back in time. Ask for his number, dude.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I was, and also what I thought was so cool about that, because actually throughout this process of, you know, it's not just Yardley, but in Bristol as well, whenever we talk about the underground tunnels, there's a handful of people that get a little bit like apprehensive towards the idea. And I think it's
about going downstairs?
Not even, well, yes, but I just mean about the idea that there were even underground tunnels under these towns to begin with. I don't know why. I'm like, they were there. Like they're literally there. Like there are accounts of it. There's like
they don't want to believe it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like, and this may sound stupid, but we've come above ground. Like, we don't go underground anymore.
Yeah.
Like, the majority of the population doesn't.
Right.
Where, well, I don't know, there's subway systems and things like that. I guess we still go underground. But it wasn't that crazy for us to be building underground all the time and tunnels and things like that.
Yeah.
Go back to, like, the catacombs.
Yeah, true.
In France, right? You know?
I feel like we both said weird words at the same. You said catacombs and I said tro.
True.
Catacombs. True. Got it.
Are they catacombs? Catacombs? Oh, maybe I'm mixing up tombs and combs.
I couldn't let you go any further. We're trying to sound intelligent here.
But that's like a whole underground world.
Yes.
And then I think the Romans did it too. They built like underground tunnels and systems and like all their sewage systems and everything were built. Like that's just 2,000 years ago. They were building underground all the time.
I think people feel like, to your point, people feel like it's almost like
nicotine?
Oh, no, thank you. People feel like it's like a fantastical idea. Like it almost feels whimsical in a way. Like it just sounds like a story. Also, when we talk about like the Underground Railroad, and a lot of people immediately say, oh, well, the Underground Railroad wasn't really underground. And we say, well, we know. But, you know, it was a concept created by the Quakers, you know, and whatever. And, you know, this idea, But I don't think, I mean, and your dad and I were kind of talking about it, like what came first. And I do think that I personally think that the tunnels were here first and then for other reasons. And then it was just like when the Underground Railroad, the Prohibition came about, it was like, oh, hey, we have these tunnels.
Yeah, I don't think they built the tunnels for the UGGR or whatever it is. Underground Railroad, UGRR. That's what it's short for.
Did you come up with that?
No, Harriet Tubman did. No, actually, the guy. No, I didn't. But like, it's when I was reading her book, they just like kept calling it the UGRR.
I guess it's easier.
The Urger.
The Urger.
Yeah.
Anyway,
but I think the tunnels would have came first for sure, and I think they would have used for things that that they're used for, like transportation of goods.
Yeah, right. The transportation of goods. I mean, Yeah, I mean, this is very common in all like river towns. Like, I know that there are tunnels in Doylestown. I'm sure that they're in New Hope. I haven't seen them myself or like talked to people who know of them myself. But I speculate that they're there. We know that they're in Yardley. We know that they're in Bristol. I think it was just a common practice.
Okay. Do you know about like I don't think this is a conspiracy, but the cave systems that you can travel from like the entire eastern coast underground, and the big ones are in like Kentucky, Missouri. Like you can travel. Do you know about this? So the
Not
conspiracy like blows up because that's how they believe that like there's a pedophile ring.
Oh, I do know about that.
Yeah. But if you look it up, you can like put the map over the United States and you can like travel underground through these cave systems. I don't know, like up here, maybe in the Appalachians, right? Because a lot of it's through there.
Well, yeah, yes, I have seen that map actually now that you're talking about. Well, I think we talked about this on the last episode when I told you about the labyrinth that was found in New York. And remember that?
Wait, did we talk about that?
Maybe we didn't.
What about the ones that were going under buildings and they were transporting kids?
No. Well, no. Okay, hold on.
Oh, you don't know about that one?
No, I do.
Okay.
I do. But the thing is, I want to be very careful because
I don't want to say who was doing it.
Well, no, because it was so this crazy labyrinth was found in upstate New York, and this is not connected. Like, they did not find any people, children down there. Like, no, they found really cool artifacts from like they believe like ancient. Like, they found like a horse-drawn
We did not
carriage.
talk about this.
Oh my God. Okay, well, okay. This is crazy. Okay. So my dad told me about. Like, I heard about this tunnel system through that avenue of conversation, but then one day my dad comes to me and he's like, he read this article about how the government found through sonar, radar. Am I saying that right?
LiDAR, maybe laser.
We need to stop trying to define things today.
And we're not rehearsing this. Promise you, this is right off the top of our head.
It's just us, unfortunately. But so my dad's like, through satellite. That's what I should say. Satellite radar technology. They found this ginormous labyrinth in upstate New York. And I was like, what? And he's like, they believe it's connected to potentially alien things, like ancient civilizations, Native Americans, all this stuff, like crazy stuff. And I'm like, wow, this is great. Now, this was years ago, right? Now, maybe like last year, I worked at a barbershop in Bristol, and my friend was like, hey, do you want to come to dinner with me and one of my clients? And I was just like, nah, sure, steak dinner. Like, I was like, you guys are buying, like, sure, I'll come. So I went, and I'm sitting at a table, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of just like zoning out. And this guy who's, he's like my friend's client, which he starts talking about his property in upstate New York. He starts saying, he's like, oh yeah, a few years ago, like the government found one of the largest labyrinths in the United States on my property. And suddenly I was like, zoop. Like This
is why I came to dinner.
Yeah, I was like, hang on a second. I was like, what's your name again? And him and I, we've stayed friends.
You're the one buying? All right, let's talk about it.
And he's the coolest person. He is the nicest person. We've stayed friends. We're still friends. I've really I love this guy. But I would say, I don't know. I wish I could. I need to figure out what I'm going to talk about on the podcast before I come on here, because I'm like, I need to ask if I can say their name, but I guess I'm not going to right now.
No, we don't have to.
Yeah, I won't. But so then he starts telling me about it, and he's like, oh yeah, and he tells me the whole story, exactly what my dad told me years ago. It was in this article, and I was like, oh my God, this is the labyrinth. And then he's like, oh yeah, you're welcome to come see it whenever you want. However, he's like, it's like a 20-foot drop down into the earth. And he's like, I'm too scared to go down there. Like, my son's too scared to go down there. He's like, you can, but I don't want to. I want me and Joe to go up there with Joe's camera, and I want to go run
Set
through
that
it.
Down.
Yeah,
you
right?
could drone that.
Right? So they found what he does know that they found was like a like a horse-drawn carriage, like from the olden days. They found
So someone
like,
went down there.
yeah, there were people down there for sure. They found like really cool like what's the word when you have like not a shrine, but like they found like almost like a worship spot, like a
Oh,
location
like Native
of
Americans, something.
well, that's the thing. Like they don't. I don't know. I don't know if it was Native American or like what time period it was from.
Wait,
but
time
they
out. So
found.
they were finding stuff in different time periods?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
like it's a portal down there. Do you know about this kind of stuff?
It reminds me of Dark. You know the TV show Dark.
Dude, first season is so good.
It's amazing.
First season is awesome, and then I feel like it kind of falls off. I wasn't.
Yeah, I kind of stopped.
Speaking
of time travel and tunnels. And
yes,
things, it's the best depiction of time travel I've ever seen in my life.
Dark.
Yeah,
but they can only travel in like 30-year increments, right?
Yeah, but like I feel like it just if we were to access some kind of portal or whatever, and I mean, I think at the end of the day they did such a good depiction, based off of like the again talking about boundaries, like the insane, like the infinite amount of possibilities that could happen within this theory. They depicted like
in Dark.
Yeah,
yeah,
a very good like set of them.
Yeah, no,
within certain parameters.
That's probably my favorite show about time travel, or even movie.
Me too.
But this labyrinth. So, do we know anything else that's on there? Do you know other than a horse-drawn carriage and maybe like a worshiping center?
He does have video of what he believes is like an alien, like a video of alien stuff. Yeah, but
alien stuff.
I also want to be careful.
You can say the alien's name if you like. He doesn't know.
Well, I just want to. He showed me that really cool video of like a glowing green light, like coming from the tunnels and like going around and I don't know, floating around and I don't know what it is. It was really cool though. And he's had like on his property, he's had crazy like light, like he has like security footage of like crazy light things happening and
it sounds
like on
like
his
Skinwalker
property.
Ranch.
It does sound like that. It's similar accounts. But I don't know. I mean, if I go up there, we'll have to
go for it.
I'll have to come back on and I'll tell you about it. But I don't want to get in trouble. Like the thing is, I don't want to get in trouble by the government. You know how they like come in and they like, they're like, shh, don't talk about it.
No, I've never experienced this. No, I've heard about it. But yeah.
I've never experienced
it. Does this happen
yet.
to you?
No. I haven't been silenced yet. But that's the thing. I don't want.
I mean, when the government silences you, do they silence you about everything or just like whatever they don't want you to talk about? Like once they get you, you're like, damn it. Now I can't say anything ever. Now I'm scared to keep talking to myself.
Wait, I just watched a great scene in a show recently where she said, well, if I'm talking to the wall, I'm technically not telling you. And I was like, oh, that's a good way I can just like,
isn't that like a whole TikTok
secrets.
trend thing now?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
That people will like turn their back to the camera and like say a bunch of conspiracies about like, isn't this really the government? And then they'll turn around and be like, I wonder who actually says that.
Oh, who said that? Oh, yeah, I have seen that. Be like, oh, who said that? Yeah. I have seen that. Yeah, I mean.
Really quick, I do want to get into the Warrens.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know who Billy Corgan is?
No. Billy Corgan?
Smashing Pumpkins, lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins. Do you know the band Smashing Pumpkins?
No.
Whoa. You don't know Smashing Pumpkins? Like, do you know like a 90s grunge, like Stone Temple Pilots? It would be like, they're in the same category as STP.
Okay.
Stone Temple.
I may have heard their songs before, but I just...
You definitely have. There's two, so I think 1975 is the name of one of their songs. You definitely would know. You would know definitely two of their songs. Mm-hmm. Big deal. I mean, some people, a large population consider it their favorite 90s band ever.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So he goes on, Howard Stern, this is years ago, and he just went on Rogan, like, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, 2 months ago. And at the very end of Rogan, he touches on this story that he tells on Howard Stern years ago I think it was years ago. Maybe it was even more recent. But about how he has an experience with reptilians. Oh, dude, you gotta watch this. It's because I fucking
The
believe the
lead
guy.
singer of Smashing Pumpkins
Yeah.
met the lizard people?
So if you go into the theory of Epstein right now, right? Some of the girls or women, whatever they were, I'm not sure, but there's a couple accounts there in the interview saying during the acts of whatever they had with him, the experiences they had with Epstein, they said they could see him morphing into another creature. And this is multiple women saying this, what that creature experiences they had with him. So Billy Corgan goes on and tells a story of, and he's dead serious about it. And he even like stops himself for a second. Is like, people have told me like this isn't true, but like this is my reality, so I believe it. He's had 2 experiences with the same person about how they, he would watch them morph into like this reptile while he was with them.
Through their eyes, through their skin.
Yeah, like their face would start to morph into a reptile, and it was usually during a sexual experience.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Whoa, was it a woman or was it like?
Yeah, they
really?
finally say that it was Tilla Tequila. Do you remember her?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember. Oh, okay. She was more like a famous. I don't know exactly what she got famous for, but maybe like wrestling or something. I don't know. But she was big in the early 2000s.
Okay. Okay. I feel like where I stand on that theory is that I definitely believe in things that defy everything we know. I definitely have experienced things. Like, and when I say, like, I've never experienced something like that, but, like, we are taught that things can't levitate. We are taught that things can't move by themselves. I've seen things move by themselves. I've seen things float. So, like, if I take that...
You have?
Yeah, like, in my paranormal experiences, yeah, like, I've seen things like that. So, I... Yes. So, I think I would be hypocritical if I was like, no, that's not real, because like that would be crazy seeing a person morph in front of you. However, that to me sounds crazy.
Well, it's like kind of to your point though. It's the thought that 100 years ago they wouldn't have known what these things were,
Right?
Yeah. And they would have been like, "That's impossible, no way." Maybe even like 60 years ago, I don't know. But a lot of the stuff that is considered witchcrafty or sorcery or something like that 500 years ago, we do it today just in our common day.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of the stuff we just don't know yet, you know? So levitation, all that, I mean, maybe that has been around a while.
Well, to go back to the lizard people thing, I think like that, I will say, out of all the conspiracies, I think that one is actually, speaking of, I said my favorite one. I think the lizard people one is my least favorite one, because I'm like, that one is the hardest one for me to wrap my head around for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. It just is like, I don't know.
Have you ever watched stuff on it?
Not really.
Do you know who the Anunnaki are?
Yes. Yes. That's the group of people who...
If they're people. They live on Nibiru.
They what?
They live on Nibiru, the 13th planet.
Oh.
That only
the Anunnaki?
Yeah, that only comes around every 3,600 years.
Why do I know them? Am I one of
met
them?
No, you're a product of them, though. According to the theory. You should watch the Y-Files episode on it. That's probably the most detailed episode on who the Anunnaki are, and you'll go, yep, we are.
Well,
so there's this guy named Zachariah Sitchin. Do you know who he is?
Yeah, it sounds really...
He's the one who like decoded the I guess it was the hieroglyphs in Egypt or Samaria, where he then said that there was this, what they were telling us is that there's a 13th planet. It's called Nibiru. It only travels close enough to us every 3,600 years. And to make this a long story short, Nibiru is starting to struggle. There is a race of people, or I guess aliens, whatever they are, of ETs to us, and their solar system needs gold to survive. or not their solar system, their atmosphere. I apologize, their atmosphere.
Oh.
And so they are in search now and they can live for a very long time. Like they don't die pretty much.
Mhm.
And so they find America, or they find America. They find Earth. This is where we need to do more research. They find America, and Christopher Columbus. It's Columbus Day, I think.
It is Columbus Day. Well,
Yeah.
didn't they rename it? But anyway.
I think the Indigenous People Day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they come here and they start mining for gold, but they also bring another species with them that is like a slave species on their planet because they conquered them. They're called like the Agagi, I think. And so they bring them with them, but the Agagi start an uprising while they're on Earth, and this is where Enoch and Enlil come from. If you know about them, they're like the two that are. I think it's Enoch is running the operation on Earth. Enlil shows up as well, and the Agagi now cause an uprising, and they need to control the Agagi, and they're the ones mining the gold and everything, giving it back to them.
Uh-huh.
And but then they find that they can now like splice the Agagi DNA with the hominids, like Homo erectus, Neanderthals, otherwise whatever that is, with ours, and make a race that is going to be more subservient to their mining of the gold. And it's like if you go through someone explaining it much better than I am right now.
No, that was really good.
You can go through and find out that like we were really only created as a slave race to mine gold for the Anunnaki. And that's the theory, right? I'm not saying this is true, but that's the theory. But then all of a sudden this is where even possibly the Watchers come in, right? So the Watchers could be possibly the Anunnaki or whatnot, and they start breeding with us, and then there's crossbreeds, right? And that's where you get Hercules from, all these demigods from, and why are we talking about this again? Oh, reptilians?
Reptilian people.
Some people believe that they could possibly be reptilian.
I mean, I think was it you who was just talking, like, it makes sense as to why do we value gold so much? Like, where did that come from? And I think that that's part of this theory, right? Is like, it wasn't actually us, being like, oh, it's shiny, it's valuable. It was like this higher power kind of planting that seed, if you will.
I don't know, because like the Spanish, right, when they came over to conquer like this area, I know that Cortez, when he met with the Mayans, they didn't value gold the way that the Spanish did.
Interesting. So
they knew exactly like what its powers were, like how malleable it was, and they could make statues and things like that out of it. And they had a lot of it. So like the theory is like maybe they just had so much of it they didn't value it the way that the Spanish do. But Cortez came in and was able to just take a lot of the gold. They were kind of just giving it to him. So it wasn't as valued by the Mayans as it was by the Spanish when they came over. So maybe we didn't always. I don't care about gold that much. I'm not like a.
Yeah, but I just mean like I mean, it backs our entire.
Not anymore. Not since the 1960s. It was our. It was our gold standard. Was the thing
on this episode, no one listened to me ever.
No, we went to the fiat in like the late 1960s, I think.
I'm saying all fake news.
Like, that's our banking system. Like, it's like gold. No, it was though. It was. I think it was JFK or what's the other one after him?
The
Watergate
after?
guy. Well, yeah, the Watergate guy. Who was
Nixon?
Nixon. He was the one who took us off, I think, of the gold standard.
What if they were like, no, it's not Nixon?
Yeah, like, God, dude.
I'm just doing my best.
This is an educational podcast.
Yeah, you should categorize it like on Spotify that way. Educational.
Everything you need to know.
Yeah. That's what it should be titled.
Everything you need to know.
This episode.
Yeah.
All the things that you need to know about U.S. history.
Yeah.
And the aliens founded the United States.
Yes. When the Anunnaki came to the United States.
Okay, well, hold on. I do need to go back to who's the sun god?
Well, Amun-Ra. Is that Ra, the sun god? That would be
No.
or are you talking about starts with an O. Oh my gosh. The sun god in Egypt is Osiris? Isn't
That's not who I'm
Osiris the sun?
Okay, yes, maybe. Yes. But I feel like the Anunnaki had
Did you just summon it?
come.
That's how we're gonna get our
Come
answers now.
hither.
It's up there.
No, there was like a god, like there's like a sun god, like of the Anunnaki that is depicted in Egyptian hieroglyphs and stuff.
I think Osiris is the sun god. Right?
I mean, maybe,
and then
but
Ra is there. Ra was the Egyptians' god, I think. Amun-Ra.
There was some other name. I can't think. It was some other name. It was like a shortened version of. I mean, yes, like everything that you're saying. Anyway,
what's the point on this?
I don't know.
Okay. I just wanted to know.
No, because I was like, how have I, like, why does the name of these people sound like a household name? Like, why do I recognize it so much? Maybe it's just a past life thing. I don't know.
Enoch? Is that it? Should I just start naming some names?
Maybe, but I don't know if we'll get there. I
That's
don't know.
the Book of Enoch? Do you know about that?
Yeah, I've heard of it, but but no.
That's the book that talks about giants and everything.
Oh my God, I would love if giants were like, do you believe that giants were real?
We found bones in Minnesota. We also
What?
There's also the story of like there's a story of like rangers, like army rangers or something like that, going in and fighting them. And if you go back,
What?
yeah,
where fighting them? Where?
In a cave. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
In the United States.
They're redheads. Yeah, I'm dead serious. They're all like the Nephilim are a part of the Book of Enoch, and they believe that the giants are a real thing. And we did find these giant bones, and I believe in Minnesota, and other bones have been found across the world, where they're like 9 or 13 feet big with like 25-foot shoe size. This is like a thing.
Wait, they're 9 foot. They're 13 feet tall, but their foot is 20.
Is it 25? So like I'm 6'4" and I have a 13, so it's like it makes sense,
okay.
right?
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I would love that. That's so cool.
If we found giants?
Yes, that's so cool. Well, maybe not found them now, but just like if it became part of our history books, like in the same way the dinosaurs are, like, yes, these were the giants and they roamed the earth at this time period. That'd be so cool.
Have you heard the theory that dinosaurs aren't real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really believe that one.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, all right. I mean, they're like similar to like there's so many bones, there's so many things. Like,
is there?
Well, okay.
I don't know.
What, that people made them? Like they think that we made them?
Dinosaur bones are in museums.
But they're not actually
They're not actually the bones of the dinosaurs that are in our museums.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
100%.
What?
All the
100%?
100%.
Like 99%? The Smithsonian?
Not real dinosaur bones.
Nah.
Dead serious.
I mean, yeah, I guess maybe they were real. He's like, 100% sure. Let me look it up.
100% gonna look that up. Are dinosaur bones actually bones? That was the first one. No, dinosaur bones are not actually bones anymore. They are a rock.
Huh?
Oh, well, that's kind of saying they're fossils. That's not true. Is there dinosaur bones or just fossils?
Like, are the hold on, I think you should look up, are the models in the museums made out of real dinosaur bones?
Dinosaur bones in museums real. That's the first one.
There you go.
Yes. 100%. Yes. Some of the dinosaur bones in museums are real fossils.
Some.
But many large displays are actually cast or replicas, sometimes mixed with real bones. Oh, that's kind of fucked up. Museums are replicas because, they use replicas because the original fossils can be too fragile, heavier, incomplete to be displayed.
Well, you were saying that none of them were real and that it was just all
100%.
I'm glad.
God, we are learning a lot, dude.
That should actually be the new concept of the podcast.
We are learning a lot.
What topics do we want to learn about today?
Do we want to find out about?
We looked them up. Wait, this is very funny. I'm having fun.
Okay.
Well,
Go ahead. Tell me something else we don't know.
It's like, should we talk about things that maybe aren't true? We should just continue onto this, should we go onto the Warrens? And
go for
can
it.
I teach you? Can I tell you about this story?
You can teach us. Yeah. We're both going to learn.
I want to start this by saying that these were all allegations. This was not disputed. This was not proven in court, the things that I'm about to tell you about. And that's very important so that you don't get sued when you put this out there.
About who?
About Ed and Lorraine Warren.
All right.
So Ed and Lorraine Warren, as you know, they are self-proclaimed. Lorraine, she claims herself to be a psychic medium, and Ed is a self-taught demonologist. The two married and became like the most well-known demonologists of our time.
Do we know what they were before they were demonologists?
Well, Ed apparently was a bus driver, and this is important.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Important for something bad?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So he was a bus driver, not a school bus. I did read that today.
Oh, okay.
But he was like a city bus driver for I don't know how long. But he so this is part of the allegation. So I believe it was in 2017, a woman named Judith Penny came out and made this allegation that she had been living with Ed and Lorraine Warren against her will for 40 years.
What? Is she still around?
I think she...
It would have been a long time ago.
She was around in 2017.
Time out. Wait, against her will for 40 years? That's a long time.
She lived with them for decades. Yeah, it said 40 years. Yeah. Now, the against the will part, I want to kind of go back on. That was maybe the thing. Okay, I'll go back. I'll circle back to some of my thoughts on this.
Just your findings, maybe.
She was what?
Like some of your findings.
Yeah. So she came out and made this allegation. Ed Warren had already passed. I believe he passed in 2006. Lorraine passed in 2019, 2 years after this allegation came out.
Oh.
So, with that being said, like Ed could not defend himself, but supposedly this woman, Judy, we'll call her, she met Ed when she was 15 years old, and she would take this bus often, the bus that he was the bus driver for, and they started this relationship. And now the thing is that obviously she was 15, and we say like, at the time your frontal cortex is not developed enough. She wasn't necessarily like, even if she was a willing participant in this relationship at the time, I mean, he was still this grown man that should not have been doing that, and so I think that she is still considered a victim, even if at the start of it, she didn't know that herself. You know what I'm saying?
Sure, yeah.
So apparently, she then was like, she like moved in, and part of her allegation was that she lived in a third bedroom in the house of Ed and Lorraine Warren. Ed would alternate bedrooms like between the two women and like throughout these 40 years, and he was abusive. Apparently this woman saw him beat Lorraine, and when it came to filming The Conjuring, apparently it was written in the contract that, and again, this is all apparently, it was written in the contract that Ed and Lorraine had to be depicted as the quintessential perfect couple. And so when you watch the Conjuring series, they look like that. They have this epic love story. And I mean, I remember thinking the first time I watched them, oh my God, I love them. Like, I hope my future husband is like into it with me.
Yeah, when she's like stressed out, he's like comforts her.
Yeah, and they're like, they do this together, and they like, they find the ghosts together, and they were just depicted as this, like, but apparently it was, like, written into the contract, like, you have to depict us as this, like, loving couple. And I've heard in other podcasts that, there have been reports from the people of the film set that were kind of like, well, why wouldn't we depict you as, like, a loving couple?
Because we haven't met Judy yet.
Yeah. And so apparently she got pregnant. This was
Judy?
also part of her report. In her 30s, she got pregnant with Ed's child, and she claims that Lorraine forced her to have an abortion because it would ruin their reputation.
All right.
Now, here are some of my thoughts on this. One, again, it was never proven in court. So
Okay.
I don't know how much they could prove with Ed being deceased at the time that this allegation came out. Also, I think a really big red flag in all of this is that, let's say this 15-year-old girl, did start living with Ed and Lorraine. Wouldn't she be reported, like, missing or, like, a runaway or, like...
I don't know. Maybe not back then.
Yeah, but, like, where was her family?
Maybe she was, if he was a bus driver, he might, like, is that where they met on a bus?
Yeah, like, he was a city bus driver.
I don't think it's that crazy.
Really?
Have you ever seen the theory of 800,000 kids go missing every single year in the United States? 400,000 of them are usually just, you haven't heard this? 400, about half of them are just kids who ran away. They're found within 24 hours. Mm-hmm. But I think it's around like 400,000 go missing. We never hear from them again. You've never heard that? I think that's like I could look that wild stuff. I'm going to say 99.9%.
No, look it up because I'm also going to look up. The thing is, I tried looking up like Judith Penny's life. Like, where was she from?
Approximately 460,000 kids are reported missing each year. A large are teenagers who run away from home, but this is where like the child trafficking thing comes in.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's an estimated success rate of 99%.
Wait, sorry. An estimated success rate of what?
99%.
Of what?
I guess they get found. Yeah, that they ran away. They successfully made it to the neighbor's house.
Oh God!
No, when I used to run away, I used to go to my neighbor's house.
Really? You ran away?
Yeah, for food. No joke.
What did you like? Pack a bag? You're like, oh, I'm getting out of here.
I would tell my mom I'm running away.
What?
And I would go. I have an early childhood memory of going over there and eating a loaf of bread.
The whole loaf?
I think they were the neighbors gave me a loaf and just let me hang out for a bit. I'm dead serious. I remember just being like, thank you. I'm here to run away. Yeah.
Oh my God. There's no way. I'd be too scared. I was a very shy child.
Oh, there's a story of my family would still kind of tells of me running away one time, and I jumped from the second story to run away to go to a dance because I was grounded and I wasn't allowed to go. So I jumped from the second story and land in the bushes. And this is 8th grade. Yeah, and then I take my neighbor's bike and I bike down there.
You went to the school dance?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds like an 80s movie. Like your date shows up like
this
on a bike in his suit, in your suit.
I was in a suit. It was a pajama party dance.
All right, well, when Joe makes the movie, we'll put him in a suit.
Yeah.
Going to the formal, and you have a boombox.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Index cards, like, or like whatever those are called.
The roses poster boards.
Yeah.
On the street,
I got to get there.
Yeah. I love it. We got here from this horrible story.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Judy.
Hold on. I'm going to see, like, keep going. What?
Well, okay. While you're looking that up, I have heard these stories of Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Oh, you have?
Well, not the Judy one.
Oh.
But that they were not your America perfect couple. And then I've also heard the story that the way that they became paranormal investigators is that I think there was a journalist that was covering something in the Amityville house, right? That's like the first of his Amityville house they're part of.
Yeah.
And the initial story of them going in and trying to become investigators, like paranormal investigators, they kind of fabricated it a lot.
Well, there's so much controversy around it because, yeah, I think a lot of people are starting to jump on this train of them exaggerating stories. However,
The one story, though, where I think they did steal what had to do with the Amityville house, where there was a priest that had to go in there to try to help a little girl that was having an exorcism. When she was speaking, like this very deep male voice was coming out of her that they thought it was going to rip her vocal lungs or vocal cords. And that's like where I think they went in to go to try to investigate that story. And they also believe that the spirit was being held in the Annabelle doll.
the same spirit.
Yeah.
I will say, I do want to rewatch The Conjuring just because they have the new one that's coming out. And I think that's also why I wanted to talk about this, because it kind of, with the things that have come out, since like the last Conjuring, with Judy's statement in 2017 and things like that, I'm kind of surprised that they're still making another one and depicting them so well, because I think that there is so much controversy around them, especially if it is true about Ed Warren. It's like, oh my God. And not just like fabricate, like, okay, maybe we exaggerate the ghost stories. Actually, I wouldn't even say that those, I think, to your point about when you were talking about the lead singer of Smashing Pumpkins, when he said, "This is my reality," I think there's so much to be said for that.
Yeah.
Like, what is real and what isn't? How can we say that what happened, like, and we can talk about the Conjuring House itself because it's about to go up for auction on Halloween night.
I thought it was already bought.
No, not yet. It's up. So the Warrens' house, the Warrens' house was bought by Matt Rife. And he is now the caretaker of Annabelle. But the Conjuring House itself and that farmhouse where it happened, like where these hauntings happened, there's the daughter, one of the daughters that lived there at the time of these accounts. She doesn't own the property anymore, but she came on TikTok, actually, and she asked Jason Hawes, I think is how you say his name. Sorry, Jason, if I'm saying that wrong. His name is Jason, but he is mostly known from the show Ghost Hunters. And she asked him directly on TikTok if he could buy the house because she wants it to be protected. So now there's a whole GoFundMe. Like, Jason Hawes has now created a GoFundMe, and so many people are. I just looked at it today. They've raised like $100-something thousand, and they've raised $118,592 of $1.5 million that they're trying to raise to buy this property.
And they got till Halloween?
Yeah. Well, it's going up. The thing is, it's going up on
for her to buy it or for Jason to buy it?
For him. For him. She's an older woman. I don't think she
nice.
feels.
Somebody else starts a GoFundMe so I can buy something. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, a lot of people in the paranormal community, they're rallying behind him and they're helping him do it.
To do what with it?
Well, there's they want him to protect it. And now I don't know what that means.
Yeah, like that's a dark spirit in there, isn't it? Isn't it Bethesda or whatever her name is? Bashida?
The woman who lived there at the time of these accounts, she actually, and she wrote a few books and things about her experiences. She actually talks about this in a very loving, like, way. She loves that this was like her family's legacy and home, and that these are their stories. And again, when we talked about last time, when we talked about how certain paranormal experiences can be directly tied with like specific religions or specific ideology or terminology, I think that's sometimes where we get into this gray area, because it's like, well, what really is it? Like, there's a certain group of people, like, the Catholic Church is going to say it's a possession, it's a demon, it's this and that. But then there's a whole other group of people that don't believe in hell or don't believe in, whatever it might be. So what is it? She actually seems to love the, I don't know. I don't know if she loves this. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but when she talks about the house. It's in a very loving manner, and she's like, I want it to be protected. I think, and again, I don't know what that word means. I don't know if they don't want it to turn. The comments are saying a lot of people don't want it to turn into a tourist trap or a tourist location. But I also do believe, and I hope that I don't get flack for saying this, but I think that when there's a consistent stream of income, whatever it might be, whether it's through ticket sales or through something, it allows for people to maintain a property. Like, where's the money coming from? Unless you have, a foundation or you have, something. It's like, how can people maintain a property if they don't have any money to do so? And this is a huge property.
No one's been living there?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know who's putting up.
Wait, this woman who
auction.
lived in that house, you're saying that she's putting out TikToks now?
I think this was like the first TikTok she did. And she like made it, she's like, I never do this.
And she's a girl from The Conjuring?
She's she's like the young girl, like from the family. Mm-hmm.
No one's talked to her?
To buying it?
No one's just like brought her on to talk to her?
Like on a podcast?
It's like, let's hear your story. Yeah.
No, I think she's, I don't know. Actually, I don't know. I didn't look into it that deeply. Like into her. I didn't go through her. But she's written books. Yeah, hold on. It's like Megan.
Sounds about right.
Hold on, let me just see. Okay. Wait, okay. Hold on. It says,
if this woman is the girl from The Conjuring, like what The Conjuring was made after, I feel like...
Like, was she the one levitating? Like, was she the one that was like, wow?
Yeah, the one like possessed? I mean, that house, the story that they tell us is like that there was a witch that hung from the tree, right? And
Andrea Perron.
Andrea Perron?
The Perron family are the ones, the famous family. That's
Andrea Perron. Oh.
Oh, yeah, here she is. This is her, this lady.
She looks like she got a little scared one time. I don't know how else to say that, dude.
She does. Wait, she says, in the caption, it says, since the beginning of my personal journey, a dire diagnosis of, she has breast cancer.
Oh, shit.
She has stage 4 breast cancer. That's sad. I have remained silent and stoic, vigilant for many months, waiting for cosmic forces to stir. The time is now. I am ready. This video message is for Mr. Jason Hawes. Jay, intention is everything. I trust you. I admire you, and I need you to rescue the farm. Please, my dear friend, be my beacon of hope during this dark night of the soul. Please intervene on my behalf of my childhood home. Bring me to the light. Help me find my way back. For those who read these heartfelt words, please share this post. I am a woman on a mission, and I need every single one of you to be a part of the Light Brigade and Jason to lead the way, to be my champion, my own knight in shining armor.
People are reaching out to her.
Oh, yeah. I saw this on TikTok with probably over 1 million views, probably. This on Facebook has 2,000 likes. It's popping off. But yeah, Halloween night is when it goes up for auction, and I guess we will see.
Such a fucked up night for it to go for auction.
Imagine if Matt Rife goes, Shoo!
On what?
Buys it.
What's he? I see. I thought he was shooting through the sky.
No, it's like, well, everyone's like, please don't let Zach Baggins buy it. Please don't. Okay, I don't
know who
actually,
that guy is.
Zach Baggins is he's the main guy on Ghost Adventures. So in terms of like the paranormal, in terms of ghost hunting community, Zach Baggins is probably like the most said name. But everybody kind of sorry, Zach, if you ever see this, I hope you do. I hope this pops off and you see it. But, people get a little bit annoyed at Zach because he has the tendency to go in and he has a dramatic flair to him. And people, he's very much like, show yourself type of energy. Yeah. He kind of was the guy that started that. Like he, if not, I don't want to say started it, but like that was like, that's his shtick, of like ghost hunting. And then everyone, I think, not everyone, but a lot of people in the paranormal community is like, you don't have to do that. Like, you don't have to yell at the ghosts. Like, it's fine. It's okay. But everyone thought he was going to buy the Warren house because he has like, next to the Warren's Occult Museum, he has like the second largest haunted objects collection in Las Vegas. And he's produced so many ghost hunting shows. He himself is the star of Ghost Adventures and that he created himself. He's had ghost experiences his whole life. And here's my thing. I get it. I get people don't really want it to go to this like big name and maybe, but like,
who doesn't deserve it more at this point,
that's the thing. I feel like at least with the Warren house, again, Matt Rife sort of came out of left field and was like, and at that point I was like, I kind of wish Zach Bagans bought it because at least he's dedicated his life to this field and he knows what he's talking about. He's actually like taken the time to take, I don't know.
So there's like a team Zach and a team Jason?
It seems to be forming. People seem to like in the comments be favoring Jason purchasing the house over Zach Bagans.
This is like Team Edward, Team Jacob. Seriously.
Of the ghost hunting world.
Yeah, that's what it's like.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, again, I think people are just like, I just don't want it to become this, like someone, I don't know, people just have this, they just kind of have this thing against Zach. But I don't know. I don't know if it's because he's more like Hollywoody, like he's, again, he's more showy, he's a little bit more of a showman. I don't know. I actually haven't watched Ghost Hunters. Like, I didn't really know who Jason was until I saw these videos.
What's his name? I'll look him up, see if I recognize
Yeah, Jason Hawes, Hawes.
Hawes?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. This guy. I'm just saying sorry. But, all right, and who's the other guy?
Zach Bagans. It's Zak.
Zak. Okay.
And then I think Bagans.
Bagans, it comes up.
Yeah, it's gonna pop right up. Yeah.
Oh, I know who this guy is.
Yeah, like you've seen him before.
All right.
Yeah, so people don't want him, but like it would really. This is insensitive to me, but I just think I would. It feels like there's a battle between, Zach Bagans, Matt Rife, and Jason Hawes. And they're these like, and also
Matt's a wild card for sure.
Matt's a wild card and he could come in and he could swipe it and I would probably cackle. Also, I think we need to get some women up in this situation. I would like to volunteer.
Go fund Emma. Go fund Emma.
Go fund me.
I would like it.
Right? If I got that house. The thing is, like, in terms of like a tour, like.
Why do you want it?
I mean, I would have tours there.
I can't. So you would. Okay. So like, I would capitalize off it.
I mean, not even capitalizing.
But to take care of it, I would capitalize it to make it beautiful.
Okay, I mean this genuinely. I've always had a fascination in the paranormal, but I'm very curious if Jason were to purchase the home. Would there be any public access to it? Is that the point? Is that what people are hoping for, that there isn't public access to it? Are they hoping to just maintain the property? Like, I'm curious as to what the actual mission is because...
You haven't looked it up? The more we find out.
Hold on, it says...
Because there might be an answer for you. I'm just letting you know.
I'm like, Jason, what's the point? And it's right here. It's written.
Is it really? Is it right there?
No, hold on. It says.
I was like, oh my God. No. All I had to do this whole time. Right,
let me read it. No, it says, I'm stepping in for now. Hold on. Let me ground myself. I'm stepping in now for only one reason, because people I care deeply for asked me to. Meaning Andrea, I think. So let's try to preserve this house and protect its legacy for the paranormal community and for future generations, to keep it from being priced out of the majority of people's ability. I don't know what that means.
Sounds like a real estate agent.
yeah, like I don't know what that means. And I don't mean this to be controversial. I just am so curious what people mean by protecting it. And then it says, this truly feels like the last chance to save the Conjuring House. If we don't act now, we may lose it forever to some that want it to be a money-making machine who won't honor its history or its significance. Now, I want to circle back to my capitalizing because I have a deep appreciation for history and for historical buildings, and that is not what I mean. I just think that it's like, where is the fine line? Why is he the one that's like, and I don't mean this in a critical way, but like, what, like,
what's he gonna do with it? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, again, like, is he creating a historical foundation, like a nonprofit that's going to fund the preservation of this building, which is I mean, that's an extremely large undertaking.
And then we'll give it away for free.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like they want to give it away. It doesn't sound like they want to give it to anybody. And then when people criticize Zach and they're like, well, he like, ticket sales and things like that. I'm like, well, he's just like, I'm sorry, but you need money to preserve things. That just is. Like, it just is. Whether it's coming through a foundation or an organization or ticket sales or whatever it might be.
Wait, time out. Is there a third option here? Other than Matt Rife. But is there a third option, like, if neither of these guys buy it, where does it go?
I'm sure. I mean, I think that they are saying that, like, someone else might buy it, and
they're making it seem like these are the only two suitable options.
I think that they're just the people in the ghost hunting community who they're like, they know of, they're celebrity people, and and it's interesting to me too that Jason Hawes. I think one of the biggest reasons too that he was potentially called out was because, he is a known person. Like, he's part of ghost hunters. Like, and when I say that, I think people might think he has money. He might have, but he's creating a GoFundMe. Like, who? I don't know.
Spending other people's money, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm just so curious. I mean, I think what would be really cool is to have some kind of, like, middle ground. And I think maybe this is what people want. A middle ground of, like, someone purchasing the home. You're allowed to go see the home. It's not necessarily like a crazy, like, it's not tripped out with, like, like, it's not like a Halloween attraction, but it's more of like a historical building where these events happened. You can go in and take, like, more of a historical approach to a tour.
But the only history in that is it someone's story?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't.
It's not like it was part of, like, the Revolutionary War, Civil War, or something like that,
I mean, it could have been.
We can just make our own house, and just be like, hey, there's a ghost here.
Well, we have your tavern.
Oh, yeah.
We have
don't capitalize off of
haunted
that,
revolutionary. No, but
we give those tours for free.
That's true. I don't.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. So he knows exactly what Emma would do if she got this house.
Again, like
we'll find Emma.
No, you don't need to send me a GoFundMe, but you can purchase a ticket to the tour.
Yeah. Oh, you could run the tours at the house though.
Yeah, and then it'll go towards the renovations of the house, and it'll go, towards the rest. Not, I don't want to say renovations, but just the upkeep of the house, or like, getting the word out, or the time it takes to research the history. I mean, that's what.
Yeah.
That's what.
Isn't the research done?
I guess of this home. This is more so if I were to come in.
Yeah. We're going to start from scratch, guys.
Yeah. Clean slate. I know the Conjuring happened here, but clean slate. I'm sort of about to go on a rabbit hole.
Go for it.
It's not really about, like, it's more about just, like, well, maybe I don't want to go on this tangent. It's about business in general. Like, I think a lot of people are just very, like, apprehensive towards, like, the conversation about money. But, like, I believe that the reality is that money has to come from somewhere, and your time is valuable, your energy is valuable, and like I think when it comes to it just I don't know people. I don't know.
We don't need to go down that rabbit hole then.
I don't think it's a good rabbit hole to go down because I think it's also why I question so heavily like what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do with the house? And you know when Matt Rife bought it, a lot of people are really excited that he's gonna open it back up to the public, and that takes money. Like it took money to buy the house. I think the reason he was able to do it is because he's a celebrity who has money. He was able to buy it, and like. The reality is that he's hoping to make that money back because he spent all this money. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
wait, so one's the Warrens' house, one's the Conjuring House?
The Warrens have an occult museum in their own home. And this is where Annabelle is kept.
Why do they gotta call it the occult museum? Yeah, I've seen that museum. I haven't been there, but I've seen it. I've seen like all the artifacts in the basement. They have to like move her from one box to another box for like a certain period of time. And then whatever the hell that means, by the way, like she's outgrown her box. Like she's a reptile and she has to like go to the next box.
She's just a little bit bigger every year.
I'll be fed too much.
Big doll. She's like a big Raggedy Ann doll.
Oh, I thought she was kind of tiny.
I thought she looked, well, maybe it's just like the pictures I've seen. She looks larger than life. Like
she's not that
like
scary.
The Raggedy Ann that I had was like tiny, but she looks like she has a big head. Not to talk badly about her, but
yeah, why not? She's not very nice.
She's haunted.
Yeah, but like, oh, maybe that's what she needs. Someone just be nice to her.
Mm-hmm. She doesn't want to be in the box anymore. Take her out. No.
You have a haunted doll, so.
Yes. Did I tell you this story about Shirley, about how I got her?
Maybe.
I have an EVP to show you. Would that be cool?
Electro video pulse?
Electro voice phenomenon. Electric voice phenomenon.
You can show me. Well, you're going to show me? Or
yeah, I'm going to show you.
Let me hear it.
No, I'm going to let you
Wait, is this from her?
This is from her. Mm-hmm.
Oh, she talks?
Yes. So, did I tell you how I got Shirley?
In a thrift shop?
At a flea market, yeah.
Flea market, okay.
Mm-hmm. But did I tell this story on the last episode?
I don't know.
All right, so Miss Shirley, I got her at New Egypt Flea Market last year before I started my tours. I don't want to give my tours a bad rep. I don't just capitalize on stories.
No, it's not a bit. No,
okay.
No. Okay, to back you up on this,
yeah.
You do put a lot of time and a lot of preparation into these things. There's no reason that no tour is free.
Yeah, it's yeah. Okay, thank you.
Absolutely,
okay, so,
yeah. And we encourage you to buy a meal before we take you to the basement.
There you go. That's true. So, Miss Shirley, the reason we call her Miss Shirley is because she is a Shirley Temple doll, but she has red eyes. So when I saw her at the New Egypt Flea Market before my tour started, I thought it'd be funny to get her as a decoration.
Wait, do they normally not have red eyes?
There are other Shirley Temple dolls with discolored eyes, actually. She's not the only one out there.
Why would they make her eyes red?
Some people, like, there's, like, some kind of, like, chemical thing that's happening. Like, I don't know if, like, the person who made her specifically made her with red eyes or if her eyes turned red because of, like, a chemical
because of the haunting.
thing or the haunting.
Yeah.
I had to burp so bad. Sorry, taking an edit that out.
Nope.
It was like... It stays in. No, okay. So when I brought Miss Shirley in to my studio, all this stuff happening. I can't speak. All this stuff started happening that day. So everything that was electric broke. Anything that was electric in her eyesight broke that night. So my Ticket Leap app, it wouldn't work. I couldn't scan any tickets. My speaker stopped, to never work again. My AC unit broke, never to work again. The landlord had to replace it. And that night we were putting some like ghost hunting equipment around her because we were just kind of like, experimenting. And Chris, our lead investigator, he goes, he's like, I feel something on the back of my arm. Can you check? He lifts up his arm. Straight out of a ghost show, he had 3 scratches down the back of his arm. I have this on our social media, like on our TikTok and stuff. And I was blown away. I've only seen that in ghost shows. I did not think that that was real.
Do you know about like the number 3 with that?
Yeah, isn't it mocking the Holy Trinity?
Yeah, that would be like demonic.
Yeah, that's what right. So we were like, whoa, like that's alarming. So then because she kept messing with my speaker system and stuff, I did put her in a box. I put her in a box for like a year. I was like, I put her outside. I was like, that's it. You're in timeout. And I put her outside. And then I was like, well, if someone takes her, it's meant to be. Nobody took her. She stayed with me. Then I started taking her out of the box and I started making videos with her. I think she started to, if I really think about it, I think she started to like the videos. Like she hasn't done anything scary.
Oh, okay.
I think she likes to be heard and seen. So anyway, so a friend of mine took her home with her and her fiance to do like a 2-week investigation with her. And really the only things that happened, I mean, they're scary things, but they when they would leave a recorder going, like there was the one that I'm going to show you, they left this recorder on when they left the house and they captured this voice when no one was home. 1 second. Okay. You can let me know what you think it's saying. We haven't really been
we're
able
gonna do
to
this again.
Oh yeah.
Um,
And this one we can we can share this one for sure because this is all mine.
Your friends, are they into this stuff? Like they normally do this?
Yeah, they are about to start a podcast if they haven't already, but they are on the journey of investigating haunted objects. So they asked if they could bring Miss Shirley home and
Oh, that's like their thing? Investigate haunted objects?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So so their podcast is going to be called The Case Files. Kaess.
Was there last time case or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's good. Yeah, that's a good one. Anyway, just to give them credit. But so let's see. This is hopefully you can hear this.
Can you slow that down or no?
I can. Hold on, I'm gonna play it again before I slow it down in the. Do you have any guesses like before
Can I see it?
Yeah. I don't know how to slow it down actually.
I think you can go like this.
Oh.
Your browser doesn't support the full screen. So, all right, settings, playback speed, 0.75. You think that's saying something?
Do you want to know what I think it's saying?
Yeah.
I swear to God, and every single time I listen to it, this is what I hear. And it's so lame, but I hear it's been on TikTok.
Okay.
Which is so lame. However, I started making TikTok videos with her. And so, but like, I don't know if that's in my head, but it's what I hear.
Wait, time out. So first, I'm going to say time out. Time in. But where was this noise? Like they just set up stuff around the doll?
Yeah, they put a recorder like next to her.
All night?
Yeah, they left the house for like 4 hours or something. And then this was captured.
Can I play it again?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. It kind
See,
of
now
sounds.
you,
I
right?
hear TikTok at the end.
Yeah, like the da da. Like two, yeah.
It's slow down speed.
But yeah, that was captured when no one was home. And I can show you one more that to me sounds like laughing. I don't like this one. It freaks me out. It's like, ha ha ha.
Is that like, was it just like white noise all the way until these things came up? You know what I mean? Like there's no like.
No, it's not white noise. It's because they're not using a spirit box. This is captured on a recorder, which you can do like we use this during investigations where we will hold just like a regular recorder and kind of talk into the ether like you're just sitting in a dark room talking to yourself. And you say like, hi, is anybody here?
Yeah. So I'm just...
It's actually me answering. Is anyone here? Yes.
Yeah.
It's me talking to myself. I'm probably not a very reliable source.
Or you have a lot of practice. I don't know either way.
Well, wait, was it? I think it was one of the what, like was it one of the Conjuring like cases where people were? Was it the Conjuring? Or, like, was it one of the like paranormal? No, actually, no. I think this was the case of the talking mongoose. Have you ever heard about that? there's a very famous paranormal case. It's like Dr. Nandar Fodar and the Talking Mongoose, and it's actually a movie. They made a movie out of it.
Okay, like mongoose, like the animal.
Yeah,
Okay.
then that's what it's called. And that's what the movie's called. But this is a real case in paranormal history where they there was a report of a mongoose that could talk coming out of this like tiny little village, and everyone in the village, like, it was like a collective consciousness. So where like everyone in the village was like, oh yeah, no, like that mongoose, it can talk and it like saved my life, or it like,
Oh wow, it's a
or
good one.
it, yeah, like a good mongoose. And like people would visit it. Like people would come and bring offerings and like visit it. And this doctor, and now this doctor was actually after like I think who's one of the parapsychologists that became very famous. This is after Harry Houdini. This is like during the rise of spiritualism, things like that. There's a few names that pop up during this time. So Dr. Nandar Fodar, he was like, I'm going and I'm researching the mongoose. Like, I'm going to figure it out.
Oh.
And
so it wasn't his mongoose.
no, so he goes to this house where the family claimed to have this mongoose.
Oh.
And there are theories, speaking of the whispering and stuff like that, there are theories that the daughter, the daughter of the family was actually a very talented ventriloquist. Like, they knew that.
Oh.
So then they're like, well, it was just her. Like, it was just her, like, throwing her voice. But,
wait, was the mongoose a pet?
No, they, like, found the mongoose.
And it lived with them?
It, like, lived in the walls. Like, they said it lived in the walls. Actually, no, they said that they would hear it throughout the walls and it would travel, and this, like, spirit would travel throughout the walls. But then, like, it was mostly, like, you could visit it in their, like, little farmhouse. It's a really fun movie. And it actually, I think you would really appreciate it.
I love the actor in it.
Yeah.
The actor in it's good.
And you would appreciate the opening scene where it's this guy who's interviewing him. And he's like, are ghosts real? And the doctor says, well, what is real? And like, to your point, what we were talking about earlier, he's like, if I see a man standing in the corner, like sticking his tongue out at me, and I tell you, like, that man is there, like, he's real to me. And then the interviewer says, well, but he's not real. And he said, well, why not? Because you can't see him? He's not real? He said, I can see him. He's standing right there. And it like is like just a great interview moment talking about this concept. So it's a really cool movie, but yeah, the talking mongoose and it's still like to this day a perplexing case. Like, people don't really they're like, I think people have kind of come to accept that, okay, it probably wasn't a talking mongoose, but they're like, but what was it? Was it the ventriloquist daughter? Was it the whole family? Was it the whole town that was like, we're just going to keep this secret? Like, nobody really knows.
I want to watch it. I like Simon Pegg. He's the main guy in it.
It's a good movie. I
and
liked
then
it a lot.
Talking about, if we're wrapping into Tarzan, the other woman in it is Minnie Driver. Do you know who Minnie Driver is?
No.
She's the voice of Jane in Tarzan.
I love how you're like, we're gonna wrap it into Tarzan.
Yeah.
Full circle all the way
all the way back to Trash in the Camp. But
she's the voice of who? Of Jane?
In Tarzan, the movie Tarzan.
Yeah.
She plays Jane.
And she's the is she the doctor's assistant?
She's also in she's Anne. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Probably the assistant, yeah, but
she looks like she's secondhand man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She's in Good Will Hunting.
Oh,
You ever watch Good Will Hunting?
I have, but I
Yeah.
don't remember what.
She's the love interest.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. She's great. They're both great in this movie.
She have a British accent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's super cute
That's
in the
her.
movie. I really like her. Like, I really like their pairing, and he was really cool. Like, I think we may have talked about this before, and you probably know this. This is probably not news to you, but Harry Houdini, I think, is a really cool person because he dedicated, like, the reason that he became this, like, incredible magician was because he I believe his origin story was that he, like, lost one of his parents or something, and he went to go see a medium, and when he met with the medium, he discovered that, like, she was just doing a magic trick, or she was just doing something that he was like, I know what you're doing. And he then made it his mission to actually find a real medium who could actually convince him. But he became this, like, really incredible magician and worldly known because he dedicated his life to disproving
Magic?
mediums and, like, spiritual work. And so that's yeah.
Harry Houdini?
Oh, you didn't know this?
No. I don't know much about him.
Oh,
I just, he's dead, right? He died.
Yeah.
He died going over the waterfall.
I don't know, but he died on Halloween. Is that crazy?
That's kind of crazy.
Is that
His death
crazy?
date is really.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, let me look.
No,
but I saw
have we
that
been right about
recently.
anything yet? We've been 99% sure on a lot.
No.
Death date, Harry.
Yeah, you're getting there faster than me.
Halloween, dude. He looks like.
Yeah, but
dude.
but he just, the reason that he is who he is because he was like, I'm going to show the world that I can do everything that all these mediums are claiming they can do.
So he became a
through, like,
magician by
magic.
trying to disprove magic?
Yeah, but and so he wasn't claiming, he was like, no, I'm doing a trick. Like, I'm telling you that this is a trick. It's a sleight of hand. So he wasn't coming on saying that he was, like, anything out of this world. He just was like, I'm proving to you, that I mean, I think it's an interesting thing because I think he really was trying to search for someone who could connect him to. I'm pretty sure that's they talk about it in this movie, that he was really actually was searching for someone who could connect him to the other side, but I don't think he ever
I guess he found it. Well,
Well, yeah. We all will. We all will eventually.
he's like,
but
God, now I know. I just can't fucking tell anybody about it because I'm there.
wait, can you look up how he died? How did he die on Halloween?
I think he.
Oh, I thought he just drowned. I thought he was doing a magic trick and he drowned.
Yeah, he went over the Niagara Falls, right?
Oh, in a box?
In a barrel, I think. How did Harry Houdini die? Okay, a burst appendix. Oh, I do remember this. That led to a fatal cause of peritonitis and inflammation of abdominal cavity lining. Okay, so I think he still did his trick when he knew he had this problem. That's what it says. He died. Nothing magical about that.
Wait.
He died after ignoring his symptoms
Oh.
of peritonitis and inflammation of the abdominal cavity lining.
And he was he like...
The days leading up to his death, Houdini was punched in the stomach by a college student. Connection,
Whoa.
Yeah. Who went over the barrel? Who went over the...
That was someone else we know.
Was it really?
I don't know.
We might learn more.
Google it. Who went over Niagara Falls?
I think that was Houdini, right?
What was?
Who went over Nag? It was the first one. Okay.
Who?
Annie Edson Taylor was the first person to go over Niagara Falls in a barrel, surviving the plunge in 1901.
Can you imagine?
I don't see Houdini on this list at all. There's a list of people. Why you would want to do that?
Anyone that you recognize or no?
Nope.
How long is the list?
We got Annie's number one. Go her. then there was Peter de Bernardi and Jeffrey Petchkoff. They were the first pair to go over the Horseshoe Falls together using a steel barrel for an anti-drug awareness stunt. Like, you don't need drugs to go over this waterfall. No, Stephen
They're
Trotter
like,
and Lori
"Watch
Martin
this."
is the second couple, so couples are going over this. They were caught in the rocks after the fall, requiring a rescue. Sam Patch in 1829, though not in a barrel, he was the first person to successfully go over the Horseshoe Falls by jumping.
He just jumped off of the waterfall and survived?
Is Horseshoe Falls Niagara?
We're looking at a completely different waterfall.
Well, I shouldn't do it. Niagara Falls. I keep bringing up Horseshoe Falls.
I guess. I mean, it is shaped like
we're
a
not
horseshoe.
stupid. We're not.
We're not.
Where is Horseshoe? All right, this podcast is getting ridiculous now. Horseshoe Falls.
Yeah,
we should end it, honestly.
We should wait. Well, hold on. Well, we can circle it back somehow. We'll find a way. We'll find a way real quick.
Horseshoe Falls of Canada. Yeah, that's Niagara.
Okay.
What's the difference between Niagara Falls and Horseshoe Falls? Horseshoe Falls is part and largest part of the whole. Horseshoe Falls is a part and the largest part of the whole system known as Niagara Falls.
Mm.
Have you ever been there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I stood at the top.
It is pretty wild.
It freaked me out though, because they were telling us these stories while we're like standing in there, like,
what
don't
stories?
get too close. These stories of the people
Of
going
the jumpers?
over. Yeah, but I was young, so I don't remember all the names and things like that. But I do remember the story of like someone going over in a barrel, and I was like perplexed by it. I was like, so don't nobody do that. Nobody try that.
What's wild about me is that you're not even too close to the falls, and like the water's just spraying at you.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah,
it's pretty
crazy.
intense. All right, how do we wrap this back to what we initially talked about?
Well, I think we can find a close. What do we want to close on? We can close on
a different conspiracy. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah.
Your favorite conspiracy is the Pegasus project?
Yeah.
My favorite conspiracy, just the one I probably know most about would be 9/11.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That you know most about?
Absolutely.
Wow. Who do you think it was?
Oh, I don't know.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, you just know all the different theories of like who it could be in or who it could have been.
Who do I think it was? It definitely wasn't the story they told us.
Yeah. Like, do you think it was an inside job? Which would be a very sad thing, but
partially. Yeah. I think it was an inside with help from the outside.
Mm.
I don't want to say too much because that one gets flagged a little bit when we talk about that. But I can tell you my thoughts on that. But
what I think is that yeah, it's hard to talk about. I think it was my dad made a really good point one day. He said that, on that day, like the fire and like the blaze was so intense that it like melted and damaged steel. Like that's how hot it was. And like the amount of damage that was done was so incredible that how did they find passports made out of paper? Like in the debris of like how did of the that's the one that my dad and I was like, oh,
I think the fire burned for it's 90 days or 6 months after, and they found thermite, and thermite's what was burning at ground zero in there.
What's
right?
Thermite?
So, it like burns jet fuel burns around like 2,000 degrees, or steel burns around like 2,000 degrees. Jet fuel only burns at like 1,400 or 1,500, but thermite burns like 4,000, like way hotter.
Oh, wow.
So that's where they believe that there were thermite bombs inside the buildings. And so as the explosions are happening, because that's what they believe, right? The conspiracy theorists, not me, but as the bombs are being exploded throughout, all the beams are being cut, right? Mm-hmm. And they're being cut on this particular angle that you can see in pictures, not a conspiracy. You can see the pictures of how they're cut. And it would have been thermite bombs to just cut right through the steel
Mhm,
as it burned down, and that's why it fell. I mean, if I could just talk about the easiest way to be like, these are absolutely 100% not planes bringing these buildings down, is they both fell at 9.2 seconds and 9.3 seconds.
mm.
And then if you look at Tower 7, the one right next door that fell, actually I think 4 buildings fell that day, that fell in 9 seconds too. They all fell in
Oh,
controlled demolition style in 9 seconds.
wow.
If
It's
a plane would
so
have hit
unnerving.
both up there, you can watch a documentary on this is even the conspiracy part, on how those buildings were built.
Mm.
They were actually built in 3 different sections. So like 1, 2, 3, because they were so big. And they were considered the strongest buildings ever built. And they were actually built to withstand a airplane hitting them. But
Wow.
if they would have hit up there, if anything, if they would have fallen, they would have probably fallen this way first.
Mm.
Or just like, boom, a little bit, done. There's no building in the history that has ever been like a structure fire that has taken a building down
Mm.
an hour and a half later and 9 seconds each.
Yeah, that's an incredible. I mean, yeah, it's incredible. Like those. Yeah, it's incredibly unnerving, and it feels very like it's an invasive idea because you're like, you kind of wrap your head around it, and obviously we like you remember that. Where were you on that day? Actually,
7th grade,
Mm.
yeah, but I was a pilot, right, for United. So,
Wait, what?
my dad, he was a pilot for
Oh,
United. Yeah, he gave the speech for the pilot who hit the second trade, Victor Saraceni. He gave the speech for him, like a couple days later.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
but to your point about the passports,
Mm-hmm.
the passports that were found at Shanksville in Pennsylvania, also the ones found at the Pentagon,
Mm-hmm.
there was no. The only stuff that there was found at Shanksville, I think, was like 2 pieces of the airplane, and they were found like miles apart, but they found the passports, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
also the Pentagon, when the plane hits, there's no known video footage of the planes hitting the Pentagon,
Mm.
but there's 99 cameras that face the Pentagon, right? And no actual video footage of the plane hitting it. The
Huh.
only witness accounts them saying is what looked like a missile hitting it, but
Oh,
they
wow.
don't have any. There's like little. I think that actually there's no debris ever found at the Pentagon of airplanes, but they found passports at the Pentagon as well. You ever see the thing where the known hijackers this one? I don't even think it's a conspiracy. There was 19 hijackers, right? I think 7 of them come out after they're saying that's me. They're saying that I did it and it's me. You can like find those videos of them, of like 7 of them being like, that's who they're accusing of doing it. I'm right here. Like, I'm alive. I'm not the guy.
Oh.
Or you can go to like Al Jazeera, which is like
Mm.
the news broadcasting in Saudi Arabia. And of Osama bin Laden, I think one day after the attack, saying, it wasn't me. And his exact quote, I think, is like, this isn't the work of terrorists. This is the work of governments, or this is the work of
Mm.
countries.
Well, did you watch the Osama bin Laden documentary?
No.
On Netflix. It
See, I don't
was.
trust Netflix on this stuff.
Well, I know, but I will say, I mean, it was incredible. It was like was it 3 or 4 part series on them going to get him, and I think that they
Oh, it
break
was
down these different groups in a way that like I mean I was in kindergarten. I was 5 when this happened, and I remember that day. My parents actually my parents went to go hear my sister's heartbeat for the first time. 2001, my mom was pregnant with my sister, and we heard my sister's heartbeat for the first time, and we were driving home from the doctor's office, and then we heard it on the radio that it had just happened. So, um, I, in terms of like the narrative that we were taught, I think all the different titles of the different groups and all the things, it got very confusing for me, and unless you like really really dove in, it's hard to keep track of everything. And that documentary, it outlines things in a I mean, in a very compelling way.
Is it propaganda? Is it like they're saying he did it and then we're going to get him?
Yeah, I mean, if you consider that to be propaganda, and if we believe that isn't the case and he wasn't the person, but they kind of, to your point where they were talking about when he's saying it's governments and it's systems, like I think that they kind of allude to that because, the action, I mean, there were other people that were involved in this decision. There were other high profile people that also, were very much part of the decision-making process when this was what was decided by these groups. So
I think Tucker Carlson just released one like 2 weeks ago about how his whole thoughts on 9/11 and how we're not being, like, for him to do it, like his voice to do it, released on how it was not true. There's been a lot of false flags.
Yeah, it's hard to know. And it's also, again, it's heartbreaking because like watching the documentary, I mean, I was in tears. Over it. I was just like, oh my God, like, I mean, I don't know, the stories that were told of the people who, went and got him and spent, what was like over
SEAL
a decade.
Team 6?
Huh?
SEAL Team 6?
I think.
Yeah.
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 And, their stories.
But did they get him? We never saw his body. They dropped it in the ocean.
Yeah. They talk about that, yeah. They talk about
there might be one picture, but I don't know. I think I might have seen a picture of after what they say they got him. But he also had a lot of body doubles.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of those guys do.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yes.
Did we talk about this before? Do you believe that, and this is another one that's a little, but that Hitler got away? Do you believe that?
Oh, did we talk about that on here?
I feel like we kind of did, but like, oh yeah, we did. Did we? In the last episode?
Colonial Dignidad?
I don't remember you saying those words.
Colonial Dignidad is the village in Argentina.
Okay,
Argentina.
Yeah.
That
we believe he
It's a
escaped
German
to.
city. That's where they found Hans, not Hans Zimmer. Maybe it was Hans Zimmer. No, Heinrich, or that's where they found the guy who is the head of what's that called when you're trying to enhance humans? Because that's what the Nazis were trying to do. You know what I'm talking about.
Like
talk to yourself real quick.
Like Captain America?
See if you can find an answer. Exactly like Captain America.
Yeah.
Eugenics.
Oh, yeah. Wait, aren't like the Kardashians using eugenics or whatever?
Yo, what's
like it's
going
like a big
on
thing.
with that, dude?
You see, like with Kris Jenner.
Yo, she's 39.
I know. I said to my
dude.
mom. I said to my mom the other day. I said, "Do you know what's really weird about the?" And actually, I love the Kardashians. I'll say it. I love them.
Oh, you know what my other favorite conspiracy is? After you tell me about the Kardashians, but I will go into it.
Well, really quick, I said to my mom the other day. I was like, "Mom, don't you think it's a kind of funky like Kris Jenner is gonna, she's gonna be an old woman, but she's gonna die looking young. She's gonna die looking young, but she's old. Like she's an old woman. I just think that's so interesting."
Did you watch that podcast with Tim Dillon and Joe Rogan?
Mm-mm.
They kind of touched on this a little bit, but yeah, we are reversing. See, I'm only 36, and I'm not a woman, and I'm not, I don't know what it's like to feel these pressures that you got to get plastic surgery and you have to, create, forever have youth, and but it is. I mean, but it's. I don't know if I don't know what's going on in Kris Jenner's head. If she's like, if I can look young, but at the same time, like, why do you want to do it? Usually to look attractive. It's to attract the other mate, right? Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have been talking about this with a lot of my friends because it is like it's I'm 29. For the first time ever last year, I got someone when I was in Ireland, someone was like, "Oh my gosh, do you mind me asking, like, how old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 28." And she's like, "Oh my God, you look so young for your age." And I'm like, I am young, but
like Irish, yeah,
like what? But I
am young.
Yeah, right. I am right. No, but
yes.
Anyway, thank you. So anyway, me and my friends, especially those who have not gotten any kind of Botox or filler, we feel a big pressure. Like, and I think it's not even. I don't know. We don't know where, because yes, it's societal to like look beautiful, but I've asked like Joe and I have talked about it too, where I'm like, well, I think there's this sort of subconscious thought that if you like, if you know, I'll use myself as an example because I think this is very relatable for women, and I'm not ashamed of it. But if I stand next to a woman who has received a lot of Botox filler, who has also gotten some type of plastic surgery on the top or bottom or whatever it might be, and ideally, if you have a good doctor, it's like undetectable, by men. It's kind of one of those things where like, well, obviously, if it's like me or her and to a man, okay, well, she is fitting the more, I don't know, like she's fitting that mold in a man's mind. That's what it feels like to women. At least
that's what it feels like to women.
Yeah.
But men aren't thinking this. I promise you that.
It's an interesting 100%. Thing to talk about. Yeah.
I could do a whole podcast. I'm trying to actually bring on someone who, one, does it for the does Botox and fillers and all those things from the capitalistic standpoint, and then I'm also trying to bring on someone who's doing it, who says they're doing it from the clinical
Do
side.
You have someone?
I have two.
Okay, because I was gonna say I have a friend who does it from the clinical side, and she's so intelligent. She's amazing, and the way she talks about it, I'm like, if I ever want it, I'm coming to you. Like, she's amazing.
So tell her to come on, please.
I will. No,
I'm
she would
dead
love
serious.
To.
Because I have like thoughts on this, like what you just said, that you're like, you think that the woman standing next to you is better for the male gaze, where someone like you who doesn't have it isn't. I can tell you right now, it's noticeable. Like I'm not putting it down. Like, I promise, because I have no idea what's going through someone's head when they decide to do that kind of work. But no, I don't. I think women are doing it for women. They're not doing it for men. Like, I just.
Well, and that's a big thing. Like, a lot of women say, I dress up for myself. I feel better. And I think that that's so important. Like, if someone feels better, like, do it. Spend your money. Like, feel good, feel beautiful, feel what, and I think a big, at least for me, like a big draw to it too is that especially in the last like 5 years, skin health, like skincare, has gone through the roof in cosmetics, like in the cosmetics industry. And when you get Botox, your skin clears up, and like, so if you notice like really like shiny, beautiful skin, a lot of time, I mean, and I don't want to like, I don't know the ins and outs, so I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it makes your skin look beautiful and glowy and glassy, and like, here I am, I'm like, oh my God, I have like one night of going out to drink, and like I come home the next day and I'm like sunken in, like breakout, I'm like, I'm disgusting. Like it's I think that there's a combination of that, like the person who is getting filler, like they look so healthy, they look good, and you're like,
fillers? You think they look healthy?
Depending on and you have to my friend who she's gonna come on, get her.
Because are you saying fillers like a Botox, or like fillers like lip fillers and stuff like that?
There's like a little bit of both, and I don't know the ins and outs, but like my friend who's gonna come on, she'll tell you. She actually she told me the other night, she goes, I turn people away all the time because she's like, yeah, she says, she's like, turn people away all the time. If you don't need it, like, we're gonna have that conversation. She's like, and when they do, everyone's face is different. Like the you have to, all the different things, injections, they're going to work with different people in different ways, and you have to find like that person's specific like shape, and you have to like what
you have
to work with it. Yeah,
like I get it. I know some. I just think I've watched the metamorphosis, because that's what I feel like it is, of like where they're like, I'm just gonna get a flip or whatever it is, and then it turns into the flip turns into a filler, and then a filler turns into more, and all of a sudden you're like, I don't know, really recognize this person in a way anymore.
I am not above it. I will say, like, I have definitely thought of all of these things. However, to your point, I can't afford it. Two, I have beauty blindness for sure. Like, I know that about myself. Like, one time, like,
towards yourself or towards others?
Towards myself. Like, I went through a period where I was dyeing my hair like icy blonde. And I just kept wanting to go, I'm like, more. And my hair was white. But I did not see that. I just saw blonde. Like, I did not see white hair. Everyone was calling me the mother of dragons. I did not see
Daenerys
it.
Targaryen,
Yeah. And when I look back at pictures, I'm like, oh my God, my hair was white. And
this is a problem.
Yes. And then like with like, I had like a blush blindness. Like, I was wearing too much blush. Eyebrow blindness. Like, I've gone through it. And if I go down that way, like, I will go too far. I know that about myself. So I'm like, just don't do it. Just continue forward. And I, I mean,
I just think people, they don't remember where they started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that's very possible,
like the beauty blindness, I think it's a great way to put it. Like it's a Botox blindness. They're like, I don't remember where I started. Like, now they're trying to correct the last one, not the original one now. Yeah. You know?
That's why it's important to have a doctor, like, my friend, where she's like, it's important to like not have a doctor who's just going to be, injection happy and go overboard like with you. Like, if they're the outside perspective, it's like, okay, like they should have some boundaries as well with their clientele. And it's refreshing to hear, my friend who does, she's like, no, we she doesn't let people go overboard.
Well, let's wrap this up in a second. But the one that bothers me the most is preventative. That they're giving this to people that once they turn 18, they can get preventative Botox. There's nothing to prevent yet. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, you're preventing, you don't know where a wrinkle's going to be in 15 years. So like, how are you preventing? Like, these are the common areas that could be, but like, my wrinkles are here and this one's bigger than it is on this side. And this one, crow's feet or whatever's here and there. It's like, how do you know where you're paralyzing these parts of your face with a neurotoxin? That's what Botox is. It's a Botoxin, right?
Yeah, I definitely think there should be some kind of age limit. Like, and I think there is, like you said, like 18 or something. But yeah, it's social media puts such a ginormous pressure on young people, and it makes me scared for the next generation and for all these things, because I do think they are specifically growing up with such extreme beauty standards and pressures, and it's scary. Who knows? And again, I think it's important for people to feel beautiful. I think when you feel good on the inside, you're gonna, emulate good on the outside. I do believe that, but
no, but I get it at the same time. It's like, I could look in the mirror and be like, God, I look like shit. Like, even as a male, right? I'm not going to go get Botox, but it's like, oh, now I'm going to starve myself a little today. I'm going to eat this today, or I'm going to exercise a little bit more. So like, it's, you see it in males as well, not just females, but I mean, men are getting stuff like that too now.
Yeah.
But like, it is to make yourself feel better, I guess. But isn't that just all body dysmorphia?
Yeah, I know. Who knows? I mean, yeah, nobody wants to age, and I think that there is no,
like, it's not preventing, I don't know, but it seems like it's not preventing you from dying or like a health concern. It's just preventing you from ego.
Well, yeah, and that's why I think like Kris Jenner is like, so, I mean, like, all the power to her. Hell yeah, she looks great. But I think it's like, buddy, it's like, yeah, she's an old woman and she's gonna die looking young.
She's gonna be the youngest. I was gonna say the youngest person to die, but like, she might be.
Yeah.
She might look 9 by the time she's like, she's in the casket. And like,
certainly 25.
She's like
certainly
9 and
25.
3'8" for some reason. Like,
she'll certainly look like a very young woman.
She's gonna become that doll.
Yeah.
The haunted doll is gonna be Kris Jenner in the end. That's how we're gonna wrap this into it. She's gonna get so much Botox that she's just gonna be a wax museum. Like, she's not, when they die, they're just gonna be like, no, just let her sit there. She's gonna have so much plastic in her.
There. Yeah, she's okay. She's not even gonna
be embalmed.
She's not gonna decompose.
Yeah, she's just, they're gonna be like, this is an act of science, dude. She's just gonna be like, this is Kris Jenner now. Don't need to embalm her. She's been doing it. She's been embalming herself for 30 years.
Oh my God, we can't keep going. We have to wrap it up. But because suddenly I like want to talk about Walt Disney, but we won't.
Oh, like
his body being frozen. Yep.
We could. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.